What's up?
Good day. Hello again.
Number 3, the PM&A Podcast. So, guys,
With a little bit of D.
Dan's a lot of D.
Just the tip, Dan.
Dan's returning for us. Listen, we're not talking about hockey tonight. We're not talking about hockey tonight.
Yeah, we're not.
Last night was a better night. Tonight, not so much.
Toronto sucks.
Listen.
I guess when you're a Toronto fan, it's never a good day to talk about
Well,
hockey.
this
No.
should be-
No.
I know nothing about
Last
hockey,
night we were
but-
riding high at 6-1. That was a good game to watch. If you didn't watch hockey at all, like that was a good game to watch.
Against a trap team.
Who is it? Who are they playing?
Fucking New Jersey.
Oh,
Yeah, Taylor
boy.
Hall. That was it.
Okay, one non-trap.
Schneider wasn't in the net.
There
So
you go.
and the goalie every time he went in, he's like, "Please pull me, please pull me."
Pull me
How many
now.
goals were there?
What was the final
6-1.
score? 6-1.
For Toronto?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
They fucking walked all over him.
I don't want hockey either.
See, I've been to one hockey game
Toronto?
match. Is it a match? Is it
It's
a,
called a
what,
game.
what is
It's
it?
a game.
It's a game. A one hockey game.
What match?
I went to.
You call it a match?
I went to Buffalo for it. We watched like the Sabres versus the Toronto.
Oh,
Um,
Buffalo? Because they're like
yeah.
the worst team in the league. Well,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
I know
like
that.
Toronto did real
no.
fucking good, eh? They won. And like there was no Sabres supporters there at all. Pretty much, it was all just Toronto fans.
was because was it in Toronto?
No, it was in Buffalo.
So
Toronto fans go to Buffalo.
Because
Oh,
It's
yeah.
cheaper.
Oh fuck it, that's why I went.
And Pittsburgh. And Pittsburgh, too.
Oh wait, maybe we should
In
say
Detroit.
who's here. So just so everybody's listening knows, Dan's back because he's a cool guy. We like having Dan and Jesse, me, Jer, and then Ernie's here. So just so everybody knows, we're all here talking about. Yeah, sorry. It's not, people like want to know who's here. So
They should be able to know the voices by now.
well, no, that's like only the third one.
Are we
So-
not-
So we got 10 subscribers
on YouTube.
on YouTube.
So the podcast app on iTunes actually sent me this thing where now you can check out the specs and stuff.
Oh really?
So like we've had like
It's
over 60 views on.
It says no views at the moment. Now I don't know. Maybe
On
it's because it
YouTube?
didn't update. It didn't update. We're at 26.
On one, the YouTube
On number
one?
two.
Second one.
But remember we had that problem with it and we deleted it.
Yeah, well, not on YouTube. We didn't. It was
No?
on- I was on. I was
Oh,
on
it's just
iTunes.
on iTunes.
Anyway, so
26.
hopefully this one goes on without a weird hitch.
No
But
bad
supposedly
analysis.
it's been doing pretty good. We have a
Yep.
bunch of listeners,
feedback.
predominantly from Canada listening.
Yeah.
So anyway, hockey.
Yeah.
So Toronto's played tonight.
They
They
played
played
tonight.
tonight.
Well, no, they were there tonight. I don't know if they played.
Boston
is the right
raped
word.
them 5-1 because they suck. Even though I hate
Who
Boston.
scored for Toronto? Do you know who that was?
Probably Kadri.
I think it
No,
was
it was Tavares.
Tavares,
It was
yeah.
Tavares.
And I have him, so point for me.
I can't talk either. My team just lost 2 in a row. But they're a hell of a lot closer games.
Who's your team?
San Jose Sharks.
How do you get a team? Like, how's that a thing? Like, you know what? I'm cheering for.
Because you got to get a tattoo.
Because... What?
You got to get a tattoo.
You don't have a tattoo, San Jose.
I would
Yeah.
totally get a San Jose Shark tattoo. In a heartbeat.
So what I think we should do, because I know you're not too big on cashing in on your bets that you take.
Whoa.
But here's a bet.
Just
Here's-
because Jared... It's because I haven't owned up to
Here's
Jared's
a,
yet.
here's a bet. So
Just the background
Well-
though. Jesse owes me a barbecue bet because we did some UFC bets
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
won.
yeah.
I love that we do the bets after I rape you for multiple weeks.
Yeah.
And then the one time you beat me...
No.
This is all true. The one time you beat
No,
me...
no.
Yeah.
Dude,
So-
we were back and forth for a while, and then I won 2 in a row.
I think we should find a game where San Jose
They play
is
next
going to play
Thursday.
Toronto. Yeah, I don't want to do it right that
Why not?
soon. But maybe next season when I have a little bit of cash saved because I can't do it Wednesday, we'll do if your team wins that I gotta get a San Jose tattoo, and if Toronto wins, you
No
gotta get a Toronto
way.
tattoo.
Fuck no.
That's not gonna happen.
Not
What if it was
shit
just like a
in hell.
little one? With
No.
a little one.
Can I get on my ass?
You
I
can get it
on my
wherever
ass.
you want. You can get it on that ugly mug of yours and might up your game a
As
little
long as you
bit.
get save like maybe like $150, maybe like $100, $50, we could probably get like maybe bribe. We could probably get bribe.
No one would do it for $50.
Yeah, no,
We'll
it's
get
not.
Dan to do it.
Well, just buy. You can get a gun for $50.
No, what we should do
I
because you
cannot
guys don't do
condone
piercings.
this.
One of you should get a piercing.
Nope.
Nah.
Yeah, that's what I
no.
thought. You pussies.
Look, you trendy fuck with your stretch here.
Listen, man.
Why don't we get a nose
Fucking
ring?
hipster.
Though we didn't get into that too much, but like I did that years ago.
I know, but ever
Yeah,
since
like-
I met you, I thought you were You fucking trendy.
I'm not trendy at all. What's trendy?
These right here.
No. Dan, what's trendy right now for piercings?
For piercings, nostril piercings are always
Like
trendy.
What,
like
like
the
shape
like
right
the,
here?
No,
like,
like
the
just
bowl.
like what you
Like
got.
the
Oh, like
Bar,
one of that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
That-
A pretty one.
Fuck you.
Like they're always probably the most common piercing.
They're easy though. It's like bang
Oh
done.
no, you would think so, but
No?
there is some subtle.
Give me a gun. I bet you I could do it.
Yeah.
Oh, you could, yeah.
It
Like,
won't
you-
be as nice.
Yeah. That's my job.
Is it
Make
hard?
look
Really?
nice.
It's hard to do?
It's not. I find them quite easy to do, but
How many you've done? Like 8,000 of them.
exactly. But if you don't know what you're doing,
Yeah, I'm
you're
not gonna give Jesse a needle and have him try it.
People do that though. People give themselves piercings,
Yeah,
which is fun.
but you know, if you're piercing on like a weird ass angle on your nostril, you're gonna get bumps and shit coming up on it.
Oh yeah.
So you want it perpendicular to the tissue, and like the
Oh,
inside
fucking
tissue
needles.
wants to roll around.
That's what I'm saying. That should be the bet.
No.
Because it's
I
like
don't want to get a hole though.
you mean your ear. You don't want to get another one.
Not another one.
I have- I
still have the hole. I can put it through. I'll get an earring. I don't have one of them.
You should get one of those gay, like, big earrings on your right ear, like on that gay side.
You mean
I
like-
think
what-
at the
what's
next
a
year
gay
is
one?
no-
Here's one.
I know.
For the next podcast, you have to wear a dress.
No.
People can't see you.
Well, we can mock each other.
We mock each other either way.
You have to wear it for
Wear
the
a
day.
dress if I have to.
I'm not wearing the dress.
Jeremy's wearing a dress tomorrow.
Yeah, I am. I'm wearing a kilt. I'm part of a Remembrance Day ceremony.
I hope you
Your nuts aren't going to be on
Remembrance Day
fire.
ceremony. So I'm in a pipe band.
Yeah.
Paris Port Dover pipe band, and I just got into it. Like, I've been playing all year, practicing the drum. Like I was being taught by a grade 1 drummer.
Yeah.
Our buddy Kenny, and I'm at the point now where I'm like good enough to like go participate. So I got the uniform, and I've been going out to band on Thursday. So tomorrow I'm in Paris doing the.
It is going to be fun.
Yeah,
That's gonna
yeah,
be fun.
cool. Be rad. So yeah, I'm wearing a dress. Fuck you.
Hey, he's wearing a dress and
Relax.
playing a pipe.
Relax.
He's
No,
blowing a
I'm
pipe.
drumming. I'm
Oh,
drumming.
you're
Yeah.
drumming.
I'm drumming.
Okay, I
play
thought you were
snare.
playing bagpipes.
No,
Beating the
I'm not,
sticks.
dude. I don't do bagpipes anymore. Yeah, I just play snare. So
Well, that's
Pretty
a
rad.
that's a less annoying instrument for sure.
How
and
many?
it's cheaper too. You don't
how
pay
many?
anything.
How many drums are there going to be?
Tomorrow at the ceremony,
Yeah.
just 3 of us. Supposedly.
3 and a bass.
I don't
Or
know.
just snare.
I don't know.
Do you know how big a band you're taking?
I have no idea.
You just know your
He's
section.
just going.
Yeah. Well, they split the band up because there's like they want parts of the band going all over the place because we're actually a world like supposedly like we're pretty big. So we played like with Paul McCartney, and we played like with like who's that other guy who's like British but he's like
Elton John.
not Elton John. No.
Prince Charles.
What the hell is his name? I can't remember now.
Hey, you need
Sorry.
to give me more information that he's
What is
British.
he, British?
Yeah.
Michael Bisping.
Shut
He people thought he was gay for a long time. There's like
Elton John.
No, there was like a
Everyone knew
rumor
Elton
going
John was
around that
gay.
he like blew a bunch of like sailors.
Hanson.
I don't know.
What?
Anyway,
It's not
anyway,
for the UK.
they've done a bunch of cool shit, and like when I played with the pipe
George
band,
Michael?
not George Michael. Anyway,
He's
I don't know.
American.
Anyway, they played with Paul McCartney. So they played with Paul McCartney, and like my
Who
buddy.
the fuck is Paul McCartney?
Okay, anyway.
It's from the Beatles, you goof.
So they're
Who's that
pretty.
guy that did that
So
track
there's a
with
pretty.
Kanye?
Anyway, what I was talking about.
Doesn't his wife not have a leg or something?
They're a pretty good pipe band for the area, so they want to spread out. So we play it in different areas. So like
That's pretty cool.
I'm pretty stoked for it.
That'd be fun.
I hope it goes well. I've
You're
been practicing like
fucking
a lot.
cold.
Because you have to memorize everything. So like you
Oh
have to.
no,
it's-
he is from England. George
Yeah.
Michael.
Yeah. I know my British pop stars.
Yeah, you'd hope so. Anyway, it's gonna be pretty rad. Pretty
Speaking
stoked
of being cold and not warm nuts, did you
What?
did you guys watch the UFC to go see Lewis?
for it. I didn't watch it.
You didn't watch
I
it.
heard about
I
it.
just
but I didn't watch
Jesse,
it.
you saw the
just
previews.
updates, yeah.
Did you saw the
Sounds like Dan watched it.
I watched. So I was trying to watch it. I decided, fuck it. I don't want to go out. I'm just gonna pay the money for the.
just like the rest of us that we did. We
Yeah,
all paid
of
for
course.
it.
Yeah. And I paid the money, and then I was watching it. I watched the Israel fight, and
Yes.
it's fucking good. He's
Stylebender.
Did you watch the prelims?
No, I just.
That was fucking bloody. Did you see how much blood was there?
But yeah, We watched the.
Just said don't fucking interrupt. That's all I said. We interrupted way too much.
I watched that one. That was fucking awesome. And then I sort of got sidetracked. It was getting late. I fell asleep. I woke up and I saw that DC had won. And I was just like, fuck. Like, it was just like DC, Rogan interviewing DC. And
Did
I
he kiss him?
I didn't see. Because I was like, you know what? I don't care anymore. I wanted to watch it as... I want to watch it and see who wins. Like if I know who wins, I don't care anymore.
Well, what happened though? So, was it second
Cormier
round?
laid on top of him. He was trying to cool his nuts down for him. And
was there any back and forth?
Nah,
no
not really. At the first, maybe the first little bit. Lewis actually threw some kicks.
Did you really expect them to go back and forth? In all honesty,
it would have finished earlier if they did.
I think if Lewis was able to show that he was able to stand up quicker.
Yeah, but Cormier is a much better fighter than Lewis. So
Maybe.
it was kind of a mixed match, in my opinion.
Everyone keeps on going on about Lewis like he's like some sort of chump fighter.
He is a chump.
And like he's fucking
give him someone with a name, man.
He's like the last 9. What did he win? 9 out of his last 10 fights or something like.
Did he fight someone worthwhile?
He fought in Ngannou. Like there's a prefix on that, you know. But
that fight was pretty sloppy.
It was.
Didn't he win by
that was
points?
the worst
Did he win by
fight in
points?
UFC fucking history.
Yeah, let's have a look. Let's see.
I'm pretty sure Joe Rogan said they both should have lost that fight.
It was.
It should have been a draw.
Did he not? And he called out Lesnar again. Did he not for the second time now?
I'm sorry.
Lesnar's done. Lesnar's done.
No, he didn't.
He's got 2 more fights.
Dude, I was reading today that he's going back to WWE.
He's still in WWE right now. He's doing it right now.
Oh
no, he's coming back. He's just trying to go through the Osada or whatever.
He's got 2 fights left on his contract.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Dana's forcing him to do it.
So what do you think? Do you think he'll fight someone before he goes Cormier?
It depends if Cormier gets his wish, right?
What about Miocic? Everybody keeps forgetting about Miocic.
Go Miocic and then go Cormier.
But it all depends.
I bet you Lewis will fight Miocic next. What do you think?
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, but what Zingano?
No?
You know what'd be nice? Zingano and
I think Zingano's done for a little
But
bit.
I think Brock.
No, he's fighting
I
against
think
him.
Brock can destroy Cormier. He's a big boy, man.
Yeah.
And he's a wrestler.
He gets him on the ground and pounds his face.
I'm a wrestler. The one I was talking about, that prelim one. Sorry, it was Shaman Moraes and Julio Arch. Fuck, that was bloody. That mat was just a murder scene.
He caught him with an elbow.
More than
up
once.
in the eye.
He had it on the front of his head, on his back of his head, and
Did you guys watch that at all? Did you see that? It was like a bloodbath. Like the guy caught him with an elbow up high, and it was just bleeding. There's blood all over both of them. They were both covered in blood.
Awesome.
The UFC ring was. Joe was just saying. He goes, "It looks like a murder scene happening."
Like he was bleeding like a stuck pig. Yeah.
Good.
And then
I love those kind of
Jason,
fights.
the Jason Knight. No, sorry. There was the girl fight. There was the Eubanks and Madarafi, and Roxanne looked like a scared. What's that? The girls wear the hoods, and it's that TV show, and they're
Handmaid's Tale.
Handmaid's Tale. Yeah, it was kind of like a Handmaid's Tale, getting her ass handmade to her. Like she wasn't
terrible
doing.
pun.
She wasn't doing.
Terrible.
She had her
You should think those.
handed
You
to
should
her.
think those out a little bit more before
She got fucked up. She got fucked up.
Jesus.
And
What were you gonna say,
Jason
Dave?
Knight and Jordan Ronaldo.
I was just trying to look at Derek Lewis's last fights.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look this all up.
Well, the Zingano one, yeah, that one was fucking god awful.
It was a
Cerrone? Cowboy?
It was
Is he fighting tonight?
really bad.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
he's
fighting
fighting
up.
tonight.
You know, that's another guy
Where's
though.
Perry?
If he loses again,
Bye-bye.
yeah,
Cowboy?
yeah, everybody was been saying
And the
that.
Korean Zombies fighting again too, which I'm pretty excited about.
Yeah.
And Chris Weidman lost. Did you see that?
I didn't watch any of it. I don't
So,
like Weidman,
so Souza
Yeah.
fucking cranks him. He's out. Now you can tell now he's going to grab a leg. Like he's just kind of, it really looked like, please sir, don't hit me again. And Souza's not hitting him. And all of a sudden, Dan Hendry, the referee, he's like, you gotta go. And he's like, he's out. I'm not hitting him.
Oh, no way.
And he's like, you gotta go. So he took another couple swings at him, and he walked away. And he's just like, okay, fine. And Sousa's like, this is a good man. Weidman is a fucking awesome dude. He's a fucking pioneer to this division. I wouldn't want to do this to him. I didn't want to hit him, but the fucking referee told me I had to keep hitting him because the match wasn't over yet.
That's weird.
He goes, I knew he was out. I'm not doing that to a good guy like him. I shouldn't have to fucking keep hitting him just because the referee doesn't know what the fuck is going
Which
on.
is surprising, and like other guys like Henderson, like smoking Bisbing right at the end, where he just takes an extra crack at him.
Yeah.
But you know what though, like Ronaldo Souza, I liked him every now and then. I fucking like him extra now for that.
Because he's good
That's
sport.
that's an awesome dude. This says, no, I'm not fucking hitting him again.
When's
He's
the
out.
next? So the next UFC card's tonight, and it's Cowboy Cerrone.
Oh, Cerrone
Mike
against
Perry.
Perry.
But
This is the next good one.
Isn't
though.
it December the 1st? The next one?
Yeah.
Isn't that December the 1st?
Yep.
Isn't
You're
it
Dos
next-
Santos.
Isn't
and
Gustafsson fighting?
No, man, that's this
Oh.
one. That's December 29th.
Well, it's just a
Gustafsson.
UFC fight night.
Oh.
But there's like
So,
there's
I
the
need to
one
go
in
to
Toronto
Toronto.
next month, isn't it? And that's is
I don't
Toronto
know.
next month?
It's a fight night.
and
Check it
it's,
out. Someone Google it.
UFC is Holloway Ortega.
that'd be a good one.
Ortega.
Ortega.
Oh my
I
God,
I can't
dude.
get access to the fight card.
But
right now.
Ortega's fighting. Well, that was a fight that should have happened about a month and a bit ago.
Yeah.
But then Holloway went out, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he had a bad cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is the one that we're gonna see Jones come back?
That's the Gustafsson
That's-
fight.
yeah,
that's
that's
December
the
29th.
Yeah.
Is that 29?
Which also, there's a super fight. Cyborg's fighting Nunez,
Yeah.
Yes.
which is the
Yeah.
fight right before that. I'm more excited for that.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm excited for the next fights. I like. I forget his name now. Oh my gosh.
And then you got Condon fighting
which
some
one?
some
Holloway
dude,
or
too.
Ortega?
The Holloway fight.
Holloway?
I really like that.
He
Yeah,
likes
well,
Ortega.
I like Brian Ortega. Like, oh my gosh, he gets a hold of you, man. And there's also that there's a girl fight. Isn't Kat Zingano fighting?
Yes.
Yeah, Nunez.
That no, she's fighting the Australian girl,
Megan Anderson.
Megan Anderson.
Yeah, Anderson, yeah.
That tall like girl from like.
I like Kat. I think she's.
No, she's gonna get messed up.
You think?
I'll bet you on it. I'll bet you Megan Anderson's gonna, just gonna rip her apart.
I gotta look into this girl. I don't know who this other girl is.
I'm following her for a while, just because you know.
I just like Kat. I think she's a good personality.
looking.
She's a good personality. She's like she called out fucking.
She's too old though.
Okay, she's been doing it for a bit, but she called out when they brought that other WWE wrestler.
CM Punk.
Yeah, remember when he was out there and she's like, fucking bringing him out here and I'm making chump change and they bring his stupid
Well,
ass
he's a
in here
pole.
to flounder
He's got
around.
like plus he's got like 3 million followers on Twitter or something crazy.
Yeah, he still sucks.
It's a pull. That was like if you saw like a regular guy come into a UFC fight and just get beaten up. Like that was the way he was sitting on top of him just punching him.
Did you see his last one?
Yes, I did.
I didn't. I heard that even Dana was pissed that Jones wasn't fucking swinging on him.
Well, it's because they would literally he was like sitting on top of him just like swinging. But it went the round though. He didn't get knocked out like last time or tapped out. It went
But it
all three
kind
rounds.
of looked like
Looked pathetic.
What was his Mike Jones?
Yeah.
Mike Jordan.
No, I think it was Jones. I think it was
Whatever
Jones.
his fucking name was. It was kind of like he didn't want to finish. Like
Yeah.
he could have. It looked like it was.
He could have.
He could have, but he was just like, if I just smash him around for a little
That's
while,
what-
I'll be
that's
on
what
TV
Dana was
for
saying,
more.
Probably.
Yeah, that's what Dana was saying.
Yeah. Not a great.
I heard that on UFC on Uncensored or Unleashed there, that podcast.
They gotta
The
stop
one-
bringing people like that in. Like even Kimbo Slice, he lost every fight he was in.
Yeah, unfortunately.
every single one. And
Yeah.
then he died. But
Yeah.
he lost every single one.
Here's what I'd really like to see. I'd really like to see it if the UFC was just sort of like the entertaining fight league where, you know, you have your Conor McGregors, your all those sorts of guys. Maybe if they dropped off your cider as well. Might be nice. And then you have someone like I think One's angling towards it, or Bellator, where you have your real top of the rank fighters in there that are actually fighting for a championship.
So you're saying there's gonna be, you want like a chump league of fighting, and you have to make your way up to the more experienced?
Well,
or
no,
more...
I just want one that's got more of, like, kind of like what Pride used to be, but one that's kind of, it's your freaks. It's the one that you watch because it's kind of like the WWF or WWE or whatever the fuck it's called, and but it's real fighting.
It'd be
real
TNA now. That's like the joke wrestling, I guess. Or the
Well,
extreme wrestlers.
I'm not saying it would be a joke, but I'm just saying that it would be like, it's got the theatrics, it's got the shit talking, it's got the, it's got the big press conferences and your Conor McGregor's doing his Conor McGregor things, but maybe some drugs and
roided up to the gills.
Yeah, and you get some good ass fights like that. But they know what they are. They're an entertainment fighting league, but it's real fighting. It's not fake. It's real fighting, and there's real good fighters. But then you have your elite athletes that want to be clean, want to treat it like an Olympic sport, and they do it in like Grand Prix, like what they're doing with Bellator at the moment. That would be fucking awesome. Then you can have your dirty look, like we all like a little bit of the drama of it. Oh, it's good.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, you can be a real fan and be like, I'm watching this because I want to see like
natural
the
fighting,
best fighters fight the best fighters.
Yeah, quality.
Naturally. Yeah,
quality.
Like,
yeah.
So where's your boy Jones fitting at then, eh?
Well,
What
shoving-
drugs are we
Yeah,
trying
shoving-
to line at?
Shoving Gustafson the other day, like he was like shoving his arm, he got in front of him. Did you see that press?
No.
So that was all just a push.
but
though.
you need they need to sell fights. That's what they need to do.
That's gonna be a good fight though.
That really is.
But the other thing that would be the problem with that is the best fighters want to go where the best money is, and the more and more the UFC is something with theatrics, the more and more money they're probably going to make.
Yeah. Bellator's got some pretty good people in there though too.
But there's still
Rory
nothing.
McDonald's.
Oh
there,
yeah, but
killing
there's different leagues that are out that are awesome. One is going to be fucking awesome. Like, looks like they're probably going to get Sage Northcutt as well now.
What?
There's your
Where's
pretty boy.
Sage is going to where?
Possibly.
So is that part of the trade?
to one FC where where DJ just went and where Eddie Alvarez just went.
Dillashaw just left too?
No, DJ.
Demetrius Johnson.
Demetrius Johnson.
Oh,
And we got Ben
Mighty
Askren.
Mouse, he got traded.
Right.
That's a fucking awesome thing.
So what's this trade thing like?
So they took
His contract.
so Ben Askren was the champion at one, but from what I understand, he'd kind of retired because he sort of just cleared everything and nothing left to prove, kind of thing. But so he was just sort of sitting out. Apparently there was something weird with him in the UFC, and Dana didn't want to pick him for something.
Because he doesn't like him.
Yeah, they got beef.
Yeah.
But so they took Ben Askren. UFC signed Ben Askren. DJ went to One FC.
Yeah, One FC.
So yeah, and then that's where Eddie went, and then Sage Northcutt has just been like over there.
Wonder why
What
he
did we
wants
get-
to go.
what did we get for
He's
him?
been like killing
But
it.
he's a free agent at the moment.
All the guys, but then at the same time, all the guys that don't like have the UFC going for them all go to Bellator. Like you got Ortiz, you got Chuck Liddell,
Yep.
you got Rory McDonald, you got all
That
these.
was probably the
Rampage.
biggest move, I
Rampage.
think.
You got Rampage, you got
McDonald
Paul
is such
Daly.
a good fighter, man. He's such a great fighter.
Like they're trying to draw people away with bigger contracts as well. Like,
Chill's fighting in there too.
you got
Chael
you
Sonnen,
got
yeah.
Chael Sonnen, you got the Nagaro brothers, you got all these guys that aren't.
Do you know what? Do you know how you know that the UFC is a little bit like watching Bellator? So Bellator on the 26th have got an awesome fight between Bader and Fedor.
Nice.
No way.
And it's the end of their Grand Prix, right? So Chael Sonnen lost the last one.
Yeah.
And
That's
then,
gonna be a big fight.
yeah. But you know what? UFC has put a card on the same
night?
fucking night, January 26th, Australia Day, and so does I think the UFC is putting on. It might be the Henry Cejudo, TJ Dillashaw fight.
Really?
In LA.
Google it.
They're both in LA. Yeah, Google that one.
It's only showing us.
Are they
couple
doing a
fights
catchweight for
the-
that, or is he going? Is TJ going?
So from what I understand, that TJ's going down to flyweight.
He
They
says
don't-
though, like when they do all those interviews with him, he says it's nothing for him. Like right now, he says it's I could go all the way down there, and it's not that hard for me.
No.
So UFC 233 doesn't have anything listed for you, but it is the same day.
January 26th.
Yeah.
So why is January 26th Australia Day? Like, is that like your Independence Day?
That's our invasion day.
Invasion Day.
Yeah, that's when us whiteys came and took over.
Well, you guys were sent there because you were like thieves and prisoners. And, like, it was like a colony, right?
Yeah, but there was a.
What is that like? Like understanding that history of like Australia, like where it's like you guys are a bunch of prisoners and like thieves, like a colony for like.
I don't know. I guess it's like, like we talk about it and we're like, the people that were sent over here are probably sent over for stealing a loaf of bread or something, you know, something bullshit. There was probably more, but we like to make our history
just
sound...
some bread, you pricks.
Yeah, we just like to make our history sound nice.
Looks better on paper.
Yeah, it works good. But
like stabbing 80 people in the throat with a steak knife or something.
I think every country likes to kind of make their history sound better.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the same sort of thing as Canada Day here, though.
So how old is Australia?
What, like, how long has
like
white people been there?
Yeah.
I think it's like just over 100 and something years.
That's it?
Yeah.
What? Well, didn't Canada just hit, it's like...
It just hit 150,
Yeah, 150.
Yeah, 150.
Yeah. We just did the 150. That's what they did, like the big thing. Yeah.
Hey Siri,
you guys got the coolest animals.
how long has white people been in
I want to
Australia?
look up how long the quackers been.
Hang on, I want to hear Siri figure out this answer.
How long is white people?
Let's see if Siri knows how many white people.
We're getting taken off iTunes for this one.
No,
I
definitely.
found something on the web about how long is white people being Australia. Check it out.
I like how you have an Australian accent.
You know, but like, you know what? We have we have been horrible to our Aboriginal people. It's
Every
but you know, like,
to their Aboriginal
but you know,
people.
like, I will admit that it's gross. We didn't treat them good for a long time, and it's it's not good. It's
Well,
not good. It's not good anywhere.
It's not good
But
anyway.
we did a really good job at not being good in Australia.
Oh my god. Well, you guys were all criminals, so
Yeah.
kind of like top people.
I'm sure they weren't all criminals. Just the majority were all criminals.
So weird.
I saw this thing the other day though. Like it was a meme, and it was like, what do you reckon would happen if we had this? If we like send all the criminals to one land, and then left them there for 20, 30 years, and what do you reckon they would say when we saw them for the first time? And then the next reply was just probably "G'day, mate."
G'day, mate.
G'day,
If you
mate.
actually think about that, if there's like a Charles Manson, I'm sure he'd be running the place pretty well.
What do
Yeah.
you mean?
Charles Manson's a fucking genius.
Well, he's dead now.
Well, now.
He's not a genius.
He's fucking, if you can brainwash people to go murder people for you and you had nothing to do with it, you're a fucking genius.
Dude, he's not a genius. He's a
genius.
weirdo.
So what?
He brainwashed people that were susceptible. So these doe-eyed, like, idiot hippies that were, like, all on,
It was
on like, a bunch of drugs. So supposedly he was very conniving and he had a way of being, like observant and seeing people that were easy prey to just tell them what's up. We still have people like that today. All those people that like go to that weird Scientology church down the road, they're the same kind of fucking
You
people.
fucking leave Tom Cruise out of this. You motherfucker.
No, man.
Hey,
Legit
Tom Cruise.
I will
Whoa,
say,
whoa.
you want to bring up the cruise? Here's my thoughts on him.
Oh, here we go.
I'm thinking, I kind of want to boycott all his shit now. Because if you think about it, his wife and his kids are not part of the
church.
The church.
Yeah.
So he wants nothing to do with it.
I know.
Well, that's part of their shtick, right?
I don't give a fuck. It's your fucking kids. And your religion tells you to do that? Guess what? I'm not going there again.
It's not a religion. It's a cult. It's a bloody cult.
It's a legit cult.
But they just got that thing last. I don't know. It's fucking weird. Don't go on that one. Anyway, like, you guys know anything about the Scientology Church?
No, I don't.
One time, when I was about 16, my friend was like, "Hey, we should go and have one of these free personality tests."
no!
Oh my god, that was a
Dude.
hooch.
Doesn't they tell you all the things you've done wrong? Tell us. I know about it, but I didn't know anybody who's ever done it.
Yeah, so we went and we did this test. I can't even remember. We had to like tick all these things and stuff like that. And they were like, "So you guys are only 16?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And they go, "Okay, you need to like we can't go too hard on you or something like that."
What?
Yeah, like it was something weird like that. And I'm like, okay. And then so we did this thing, and basically it was like telling us everything that was wrong with our lives.
Yeah.
Like basically we're a piece of shit. Which is probably true, actually. But
We're all pieces of shit when we're 16.
exactly. But then she was like, you need to read this book, Dianetics, and I'm like, I don't really want to. I can't afford it. I can't afford it. And she's like, yes, you can. And then they're like, do you have a credit card or a debit card? Because like a bank card. And I'm like, yeah, I do. And then she's like, well, just put it on there. And I'm like, I've got like $5 on here. And
how much was the book?
I don't know. I can't remember now. It was so long ago. But they were like, what, you don't have any money left for the rest of the week? And I'm like, no, I'm shit at money. Look at this thing. That's what it probably tells you.
Yeah, look at the fucking
You just said my life sucks.
personalities. But that's how they get you, right?
Not only that, you're fucking 16 though.
Yeah.
But
And then I ended up sort of like ducking and running. Like, I'm like, I got.
But that's how
really
they get you.
Fuck
They do
this,
the-
I'm out.
They
Yeah.
do the personality test and they go, wow, you're like a shitty person. But hey, we got this crazy fucking book, Dianetics, for you to read and all these courses, and that's how they get you pulled in. They're like, hey, keep taking the courses. Hey, come talk to us more. Come here like an hour every fucking day. And they just pull you in, and it's just a money scheme. But what people don't know, if they look at the history of, like, Ron L. Hubbard, the guy was a fiction writer. Like, the most, like, renowned fiction writer. He wrote the most fiction than anybody in the whole world. And he goes, oh, but this one story that I made up, that was true. About fucking Xenu and the aliens and shit. Yeah, that was fine. But not the rest of the fiction I just wrote. All this weird shit.
So when they were talking about that story on South Park,
Yes!
because it's so outlandish, it's got underneath. This is actually what Scientologists
Yeah.
believe. It's not. It's like, no, we're not fucking with you. This is not South Park fucking with you.
No,
this is the real
exactly,
truth.
Legit. Like, we have all these, like, thetans in us, like these ghosts and shit. And the way we can get rid of these thetans is if we talk to each other. This weird, like, hypnotism, like, viewing thing where we hold these two prongs and you have to tell all the bad shit that you've done. And so when you try to leave the church, they go, oh, you're gonna leave the church, eh? We know all this shit that you've done in the last 20 years. Like, when you, like, looked in your neighbor's window and, like, did all this weird shit, like, all the bad shit, like, they fuck with you, man. They fuck with your money, they fuck with your life. It's a cult.
You're fucking ridiculous to join.
But the funny thing is, I'm pretty sure Ron L. Hubbard on his deathbed is like, listen, like, I was just trying to, like, pull some stuff along. They're like, shh, no, don't say this weird. So then David Miscavige is like, guess what? There's like a vault. There's more laws and shit for everybody to hear, but it's just a cult. It's a crazy cult. So what I'm getting back to is, like, with fucking Charles Manson, people today are still that susceptible to idiots and, like, stupid things.
Yeah.
That
That doesn't make he's a genius.
He's a fucking
I-
genius. These are the fucking history books for fucking shit up.
I would say.
So that makes him cool.
I didn't say he was cool. I
All
said
these
he's a
fucking
genius.
people get, like, killed and shit, so he's cool? How's that cool?
I didn't say he was cool.
Genius doesn't mean cool.
You can be an evil genius.
Like, yeah, you can be an
Hey,
evil
Dexter.
genius.
Yeah. I
Like,
guess
you know,
he's a genius.
like, I could meet a bozo on the street. I don't know how to brainwash them, but I still don't think I'm dumb. But, like, you know.
Okay, he was smart enough to get stupid people.
He was also insanely educated when he died too. He had like fucking 13 degrees by the
Well,
time he died.
he's like sitting in jail.
Yeah.
Where did he get his degrees from?
I don't know. They paid for it.
Some community
I
fucking
don't
college.
fucking care. He's smart as shit.
No.
Did you hear who died? That other fucking evil guy, Whitey Bulger.
Oh, the Boston.
Did you hear how
Mafia?
he died?
He died a while ago.
Holy
I thought he got
fuck,
like,
couple
got
months ago.
shivved or something.
A couple months ago. I just read about it.
How did he die?
No, they put like fucking padlocks in a sock and beat the shit out of him. And they tried. It was a guy apparently who just got transferred in, and his thing was he hated snitches, like hated them, and he's the fucking king of snitches.
Yeah.
And they got into his room, beat the living shit out of him, and they beat him with padlocks, and they beat him so bad, tried to dig his eyes out, and and they beat him so bad they were trying to get mops in because all the blood was coming out of his cell, like it was.
Well, have you guys I didn't realize that that's like a thing, like in prisons and stuff, like the worst of the worst, like the people who attack women, they're snitches and children. Like even in jail, you're a piece of shit.
Oh,
like
yeah.
when we
you're
went,
on solitary, yeah.
So we went to Kingston about a month ago, like on the beginning of October, and so we're doing like this tour of the pen. It was so cool. So we're walking through it, and they take us to this giant like circular area where like they would have housed all the inmates, and they said so back in like I'm gonna get this wrong. Maybe like the 1960s, they had this like riot, right? So the riot took like 3 days, and in the riot, the inmates overtook the guards, and they clothed them in inmate clothing so nobody could like know who they were. They moved them around and shit. And so what they did, they took over this area, and they actually broke in. They got the keys and broke into where the guys were in solitary confinement, brought them all out with like bags over their head, and then put them in chairs and did like a kangaroo court and beat the shit out of them, like killing them basically. They killed like 4 of them. So all these guys were like child molesters and then beat their wives and stuff.
Serves them right.
And so then I'm like, I'm sitting here and listening to this, and I asked the guy. So the guy who's talking to this, it was an actual guy who worked for the pen, like was a security guard. It's like, oh yeah, man. He's like, he looked around. I was like, is there any kids here? He's like, we're like, no, there's no kids. He's like, yeah, man. If you're like the scum of the earth and you do that kind of stuff, the people in the prison, they're gonna kill you.
Yeah,
Like,
that's where like when you go to prison, they put you in certain sections.
just because
so all the child molesters with the child.
I didn't realize
murderers.
that. I had no idea.
If you murder a kid or you rape someone, you're probably gonna
I
get
recommend,
fucked up.
seriously, like dark tourism. Go check out that Kingston Penitentiary. It was the coolest thing I've ever done.
There's a
Seriously.
place like that in Perth. It's like called Fremantle Prison.
Yeah.
And they do night tours.
Oh!
And I did it when I was too young to go on a night tour of a fucking...
What's too young? Like a
like-
teenager at least?
No, like 9, 10.
Yeah,
By
that was
yourself,
too
or-
young.
I was with like a scout group. So maybe 11, 12. No older than 12. So I went there and they did these things like they had this dummy and they like because there's like multiple levels to it and they threw a dummy off the edge and it fell into the suicide nets and they screamed. Someone came and like screamed out of a cell. Like there was all these like jump scares and stuff like that. It fucked me up for years.
Oh my god!
I turned into like this fucking anxious little kid. I'm like, I was so fucking.
You like
nervous.
locking your door at night, like
Yeah.
sleeping?
Yeah, I got so anxious. It was terrible.
Suicide.
Why
nets?
did you? So all these kids are in like these like scout group, and you guys went to check it out.
Yeah.
Was it like a Halloween thing?
It was
Just scary?
It was just the thing that you can do. You could probably still do it right now.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, no,
But that's kind of cool though. As like an adult, like it's really cool to kind of go do that stuff.
Yeah, now it would be
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I would love it now.
Like those haunted tours.
You go back, you're like, fuck this.
Have you
Yeah.
heard of those haunted tours that they do in certain places like Toronto and Kingston, like Ottawa?
Yeah.
They take you around and like talk about the history of the town and tell you ghost stories and stuff.
Yeah, I've heard about those.
I did the one in Kingston. I did the one in Guelph. It was pretty cool. Like they just like I like the historical side, but like there's nobody jumping out and trying to stab you though.
Yeah.
But the cool thing was the one in Kingston. So Kingston's like the oldest town in Canada, and I didn't know that. So they're walking around like the older part. They take us, so it's probably like 8 o'clock at night. It's dark, and we're walking around. So they take us to this old bed and breakfast that like was like built in like I don't know 1832 or something. And they said it's the most haunted bed and breakfast in Kingston.
It's still open, right?
And it's still open. So we're like standing there and the lights are on and like so there's this lady, so she's got like this like lantern, she has this cloak and she's talking about the scary stories and stuff. And as we're telling the stories, this young couple's walking by and like we're like this group of people, they're like, what the hell are these people doing? And they realize, they go, oh my gosh, are you guys like a haunted tour? And we're like, yeah. Are you guys talking about this place? We're staying here tonight. And I'm like, so they're like, oh my gosh, they start freaking out. They're like, should we like stay here? And the guide's like trying to like not get us to say anything because like they told us before we're gonna go to places that are public, so if like we're trying to not to bother them because they're businesses. And I'm just like, man, you might want to get out of there. There's an old lady. There's this old lady that looks at you through the mirror, and they're like, oh my god. So they're like, the lady's like, shh, don't say anything. I'm like, there's an old lady that watches you in the mirror, and she's gonna watch it while you sleep. Like, don't be like screwing around at night. And they're like, she's looking for her jewels, man. They're like freaking out, and the lady's like, yeah, but like, so they ended up going in like laughing and like. I'm making the whole group laugh, and my wife's just like, "Oh my god!" But the tour guide's like, "Don't say that." Like she's kind of laughing too. It was kind of a joke, but it's hilarious.
Fuck.
It was hilarious. Like it's old as hell, but it was like so cool to hear that kind of stories and stuff. And like I'm not really like I don't know. Do you guys believe in ghosts or what?
I mean, I do not believe in them.
Yeah. Like
I don't
spirits
think
and
it's
stuff?
something you can see. I think it's something you feel.
I think it's
I think-
what.
yeah.
It's definitely something you feel.
You definitely feel it, but I don't
know if there's like an old lady watching me in a mirror.
Yeah, I don't think
though.
you're seeing partitions or anything like that.
I mean, I think everyone as a kid, if you ever heard the Bloody Mary thing, went and tried it.
No, I didn't.
You should fucking go try it. You're
No,
30-something years old.
no,
you pussy.
I'm not gonna do it.
Is that the sub?
Yeah, no, that's what?
Isn't
So
there
what
a
you
sub?
so what you do?
No, you go in the bathroom, you turn the lights off, you say Bloody Mary 3 times, and Bloody Mary's supposed to appear in the mirror.
It's
But if the lights out, how are you going to see it?
No, you don't.
the lights are out.
That's the point. Not on,
So
off.
So how did she show
No,
up?
I
though?
said
Turn
the
those
lights are
lights
off.
off. I can see it in these mirrors right
I'm
here.
not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Nope.
I
Bloody
hate
Mary, Bloody Mary.
Podcast over.
Jesse knows this. I hate scary movies. I hate them.
They're like comedies to me.
I don't do scary movies. So did you try it?
Yeah,
You didn't show
I tried
up.
it a bunch of times.
There's also
I mean-
this one. If you're in the house alone, you go up in your bedroom or the bathroom or something, and you go, "Here, piggy, pig, pig, pig," and you say it a couple times, and supposedly there's gonna be like this bloody pig sitting in your bathtub waiting for you or something.
Good, I got something to eat.
Oh my god, you're fucked up.
It's a fucking pig.
You're into this
Fucking
crazy
cook 'em.
shit, eh?
Yeah, I love
I
that
kind of
stuff.
believe in ghosts a little bit and spirits and stuff. Like when I moved in here, this house, it was weird. Like for the first couple nights, maybe just because it's an unknown place and you're kind of getting used to it though. But like I felt like just like some weird shit. Like in my day, I've had some weird experiences with like interesting like. So when I went to Bible college, that's a good premise. So I went to Bible college.
At
So-
one time in Bandcamp.
Yeah, the one time I went to Bible college. So we were really kind of getting to understanding spiritualism and stuff. And like I had a friend who was like really weird. He was always into like saying, he's like, I got demons, man. I got some weird demons. So he's like, he calls me up one night. It's like, hey man, I'm not gonna say his name. He said, hey man, like I'm having a rough night. You want to just hang out and have some beers and stuff? I'm like, yeah, cool. So I go over there. So we start talking. He's like, you know how I always talk about like demons and stuff and how I have demons? I'm like, yeah. He's like, they're real. Like, they're real. They follow me around, and sometimes I can see them. I'm like, well, that's schizophrenia.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's got a schizo.
So, and he's like, no. Like, and I see them, and, like, they speak to me sometimes, and I just, like, I'm having a bad day. I can just kind of hear them talking to me. I'm like, okay. He's like, so right now, he's like, they're around us. I'm like, oh, really? He's like, yeah. And they don't like you. They don't like you. They want anything to say to you. They don't want me talking to you. And I'm just like, and he like went to a super dark place. He like bent over and he was like rubbing his face. He's like, I just don't want this around me. And I was like, okay, man, like I know this is a little weird situation, but so I, of course, going to Bible college, I'm like, well, we should probably pray about this kind of thing. And he started losing his mind. He's like, oh no, we're not gonna do that. Like he started like freaking out, and I'm just like, no, man. Like, so me sitting there, like, I'm like, I know, man. I think we should probably pray about this. So we, not to say like, I'm a religious person, but we prayed about it, and I got this weird feeling, like almost like a choking kind of feeling, and like it was like it felt like the moon was getting like covered up. We were sitting outside on a patio. It was a weird thing, and so then I'm like, I prayed about it, and I'm just like, you know what? Like, let's just have a good night. We just want to like talk about like cool things And so then it kind of felt, and it almost felt like a weight was like lifted up in the air. And then he kind of went like this. So he's like, oh my God, dude, what just happened? It was a weird experience. Like, I'm not lying. That actually happened.
Yeah,
It was a weird...
So he legit was just like, no, we can't pray. We're not praying. Like,
Yeah.
how did you talk him down? Like
I
that's
didn't.
intense. No,
I
no,
didn't.
don't leave this. How did you get him from we are not praying to your
So I'm gonna get a little bit religious.
Jeremy
There's
performed
power.
exorcism.
So I'm gonna be a little bit religious. I know you guys aren't super religious. So there's power in the word. There's power with Jesus. Like there really is. Like I hate to say it, like there totally is. So for me, I'm not afraid of that kind of stuff because I know who's in control. I know who's in control of my life and the universe and things like that. So I had full confidence in my faith.
I know you weren't freaking out at that, but I know that he was. How did
He
you
was
talk?
losing his
How did
mind.
you talk him down
I didn't. I just kept praying, and then it just. kinda
Oh,
just
so
happened.
you're praying, and then all of a sudden, as soon as when you're praying, like you didn't say, "Hey, we should say."
Well,
a
when he's
prayer."
talking about, he's got demons hanging around him. I'm gonna say something. I'm like, well, you probably should pray about this. You probably should like talk about this in a weird way.
You just said you were in his backyard,
And it
right?
kind of felt like people were like walking around, like it felt like somebody was like trying to like get me, like, but I didn't. I just went through it. It was weird.
So here's what.
And I guarantee he was fucking freaking out. In his
Were
head.
you-
He was-
when
no,
he-
I
when
was
he
not
said,
freaking out.
Okay, but here's the thing: when
So
you
just so
started,
you guys know, when you go to Bible college, you're in this giant bubble, and everybody listens to you, and you all talk about the same stuff. So I'm in this giant bubble.
Yeah.
I was doing like street evangelism at the time too, so it was a really intense time of like kind of like.
see, I'd be freaking out.
I moved away from that a little bit. I'm not as
wouldn't bother
intense of evangelical, but like
You
at
don't
that
have
time,
him freaking out like that.
I was like so involved with my faith. So what were you gonna say, Dan? Like,
I feel like you can feel people's. As humans, we can feel an
Vibes.
energy or something
Yeah.
between each other. If someone's flipping out in a schizophrenic
yeah,
sort of, there's demons around me, I think you'll feel demons around you.
Because someone's saying it.
There's so
It's
much.
in your-
there's
yeah,
so
it's got
much
in your head.
intense energy there. And then if you're sitting there and you're praying and you're calm, you're also going to do that same thing back to him. You're going to be giving that chill energy and that kind of vibe together. I think that
I feel that. Well, I do that every day at work. I can walk into a room and I can be like, whoa. I can feel the energy.
Oh, yeah.
And I can bring my own energy to nullify it because you're not adding to it. You're kind of trying to take away from it.
Yeah.
I agree with that. But this was like a weird thing, though. This was like legit. Like I could feel like some weird stuff going on. Like maybe I felt his energy. He was feeling anxious, but like for me, it felt like way more. It felt like a doom and gloom, like demonic kind of thing going on. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take care of this. Kind of that mentality.
Did he freak out when you said we should pray about it?
Yeah.
Or did he freak out as soon as you started praying?
No, when we said, well, like when he was mentioning these things, I said, you know what, man, you keep talking about this stuff, and I think you should probably pray about it. And then he lost it.
So just from you saying we should probably pray about it, that's when kaboom, he went.
Well, remember,
into this.
prelude to this, he's like saying these things are telling me they don't want, like you're full of shit. They don't want to hear from you. Everything you're saying is wrong. And I'm like, well, you brought me over here, man, to talk to me. You wanted me to come over here and talk to you because I'm having a bad night, so I'm not going anywhere, and I'm not full of shit.
Because you have someone believing in demons, and you have someone like Jared who's like the polar opposite.
No,
Well,
and he was
so
trying
it's
to
like-
calm down the situation.
It's like,
I believe in
it's like
demons.
it's like a mini priest coming in and like.
But Dan's right, though. How could that... Why, but I agree with you, so maybe that is demons, though. Maybe that is the kind of, like, feeling, like, the vibe.
So you start praying,
'Cause-
right?
Yeah.
You start praying, and then is he still freaking out at this point?
Not
while
as
you're praying?
much. Not, like, so he's kind of just, like... It was
He's
almost
just
like...
he got quiet and was just kind of
He's
listening
just
to you.
taking deep breaths, and he's just like... He was agreeing with me. I want you to be here, and I'm not going to listen to what these things are saying.
Man,
and you also have Jared
that's
saying the
freaky.
power of word, right? So it's obviously helping.
That's what, and I was gonna say, like he
But I'm
freaked
calm,
out when
though.
you said
I'm like, I
that
have
you were praying, or
confidence in
while
my
you
words.
were praying.
I have confidence in my words, so he's freaking out way before that. Like, he's freaking out. Like,
So when you were praying, though, he wasn't freaking out.
well, he at the start it was like a decrescendo, right?
Okay.
And it was like
Okay.
coming down as he was like.
I'm
as we
telling you, if he
finished.
starts freaking out while you're saying a prayer, man,
So-
I'm thinking
how
power
can
of
you
Christ
say-
compels you. Power of Christ compels you.
So real life situation, you're fine. But when you watch a horror movie, why do you freak out so easy? Why don't you like it?
Because I don't want that kind of stuff floating around in my mind because I know that it kind of exists and I worry about it. I'm a worrier. I get anxiousness. So
But he was able to de-escalate that situation
Yeah, I know,
himself.
but-
Whereas a
But
movie,
if
you can't
watch-
de-escalate that
You
yourself.
can because it's a movie. It's over. You don't need to see it
Yeah,
again.
you
It's
turn
just-
it off. You haven't finished. You haven't seen
So
what
for
happened.
me, I'm
Fucking-
sensitive. So I'm sensitive to those things. So that's
Yeah.
why it affects me more. I think.
Fuck, go watch a Disney movie. It's all happy time.
Yeah, I'm
after
Moana.
that movie.
I do.
I'd watch
I do.
Moana.
Go watch Shrek.
Yep, Moana.
Yeah, like it's to me, like my girlfriend's the same way. If she loves the horror stuff like me, but she at the same time scares the shit out of her.
See,
Fucks with her head. Me, I think it's a comedy. I'm like, that's hilarious.
I just don't really like horror. Not because I'm scared of it or anything like that. I don't get overly scared. Maybe the odd jump scare. I just get bored. I just get bored. I don't see it as a comedy, so I just don't watch them.
I think it all depends on the horror film too, right? Like, there's different kinds.
Yeah, but it's
Like-
just the genre that doesn't.
Like, have you ever seen Cabin in the Woods?
No.
That's what came out like
I know the
2016.
one you're talking about.
The comedy one.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's hilarious. to me.
Yeah. Maybe I've thought about watching that because apparently it's a comedy.
Yeah, like
But
there's people dying in the funniest ways, and I'm hysterically laughing. My girlfriend's like, "What the hell is wrong with this guy?"
It's a little weird that you're laughing though.
What?
a
It's
little,
funny
like,
to me.
Like that's a little weird. I found that a little weird.
I don't think it's a comedy.
But then again, I approach things a little bit different, so maybe that makes sense.
I mean, I laugh in the worst situations too. If you're mad at me yelling at me, I'd probably laugh at you because you're yelling at me.
I'm the same way people get mad at me.
But-
As long as you're not. My theory is if you're not fucking me or paying me, I really don't care.
Wow.
I really don't care.
Wow.
I value your
That's the way
opinion,
strippers
but
look at things too.
Yeah, that's exactly the stripper
yeah,
mentality.
you did right.
Stripper mentality.
Got $5.
No, not for you.
I mean, it's the same thing. Like if you believe in aliens and stuff, I think it's the same thing too. Like
There's
spirits.
you know
and-
those theories behind aliens? Like the idea, like Neil deGrasse Tyson was saying, like if there was aliens, okay, but if they're advanced enough to come and visit us, that means they're pretty advanced, and they've come and watched us, and like they've made it a point then So they're so far advanced they can see what we're doing. They're not that interested to let us all know about it.
Yeah.
So there's that theory. Oh, there's the theory that they're not there yet. We're still like they're what we can achieve. They haven't achieved yet, like space travel or like getting
Or
past
maybe
us.
they have achieved it and they just can't reach us yet.
Or they have and they're like, yeah, we don't really care.
Maybe they're probing the wrong people.
That's an
Well, if you notice, a lot of people are getting probed to the wackos.
Yeah.
Like there was that documentary series on Netflix.
Hats.
Did you watch that documentary series about that guy? He said they were just coming to him, and these weird alien kids were coming and talking to him.
Who's this?
So I can't remember his name, but it ends up. So now the problem is, so he's saying, so now that I've told all these secrets about these aliens, now the government's coming after me and saying that I'm pedophilia. Like he's like, I'm going through a court system right now, and I can't say too much now about the aliens because I'm worried about this court case that the government has put on me to shut me up about aliens.
No shit.
Yeah. Well, but then again, I'm like, what the
I
fuck?
can't believe everything you read and watch, though. You
I
don't
don't
really know.
So
what to
cool
believe.
if there's aliens, but like if they're that advanced to come and hang out with us, like are they going to add to our society? Or are they going to take it away? Like, I think it's kind of weird. I don't really. If they are, they're not like coming here and like being quiet about it. Like, why would they be quiet about it?
But there's like a million galaxies. Like there's
yeah,
it's kind of silly to think that there
know,
isn't.
man. We don't even know.
It'd be silly to think that there wouldn't be some kind of life form somewhere.
Like, there's like multiple galaxies. Like
Right.
we can't even
We would
see.
never know.
We're a
We can
speck,
only
right?
see so
Yeah.
far, right?
Yeah.
That's the whole thing.
Like we just now that with the new like the Hubble telescope has now just made it to the point where they can kind of see the edge of our galaxy, and they can see like black holes and other galaxies beyond that are like.
But how do they know that's what they're seeing?
No, they know. They can tell.
It's all black. How can you tell?
Yeah.
Well, no. It's based off of like gravity, right? So how they tell if you can see a planet in the distance, what they do is they look at the light that's around it, and if the light is curving because of a giant mass, so mass creates gravity. So they see light bending, which then entails that there is actually a large mass, which is a planet.
Well, I think
That's how they find new planets.
that's
based
bullshit.
off of
Because
gravity.
Pluto was once a planet, and now it's not.
Well,
Yeah, but
because
as
it's
for the
science.
progression of
Because
science,
it's
then
size. It's based off its size, right? It's not a planet.
It's still a fucking planet.
Yeah.
You learned it was a planet when you were a kid. It's still a planet.
No, it's not a planet.
I think
Now
so.
it's- now it's
Jesse
just
doesn't want to read another book.
I read all the time.
I got a Pluto tattoo that says it's my favorite planet.
Oh my god.
It is my favorite planet.
So did you guys do anything for Halloween?
My girlfriend worked, and I attempted to hand out candy, but
Did you
no
guys have any
showed
kids?
up. No, not one.
Well, you got a weird platform.
They went past my complex and just kept walking.
Yeah.
Did you have your light on?
Yeah.
Well, it's because your ramp. I wouldn't want to go down that bloody
Yeah,
ramp.
we got stairs, dude.
Oh, you got stairs
Yeah,
now?
they're finally in, yeah.
Good.
Oh, nice.
Good.
It just took forever.
See,
And a couple
because I broke
complaints.
the ramp. That's why they came in.
No, we wrote that in the thing. They're like, yeah, it's unsafe. There's a hole in the ramp. I
Yeah.
didn't want to put my drunk asshole friend. Decided to just put a hole in it.
Yeah, stomp a hole
Such a
through
stump on this.
See,
Yeah,
you're welcome.
Did you have kids or any?
No, I was out of town. Danielle said that we had about 40 at the house. So
Yeah.
Holy shit. That's
Yeah.
not bad.
Yeah, I had 120 this year.
you should see
Wow.
how much candy Chloe got. She went to the apartment buildings and cleaned them out. Oh man!
Wow. You let
Yeah.
her go in that apartment? Like the
Oh,
two
yeah.
red ones?
Yeah.
Creepy.
Yeah. Well, with Danielle and
Yeah.
her mom, not by herself.
Did you get
She's
any,
free.
did you get any Ricks this year? Oh, that's a
No,
bummer.
Rex. Yeah, just a bunch of weird kids. Like the coolest
Paw
one.
Patrol?
No, the coolest one. Somebody dressed up. They made their own costume.
Those are
Costume
the
is
best.
one of those
Those are
like
the best.
Minecraft characters.
Oh,
You know
hi,
Minecraft. He made his own costume. I'm like, here you go, man. Give him some more candy.
Did you
But
give out full-size candy bars?
No. No way.
one-
What am I?
no
What
one
am I
does
like?
anymore?
Rich?
Rockefeller.
Which, now that you bring that up, that's such bullshit. Candy bar, like, why are they this big? They're fucking
So you
tiny.
can eat
Because
like,
they
it's
get
a
so
kid.
so you
small.
can sit and eat 20 watching
Yeah.
Netflix.
Well, that's
Yeah,
why
you don't feel so bad about
When I was
eating
a
Yeah.
kid, I got full fucking candy bars.
Yeah.
Where'd you live?
Pop. When I went when I was 19, I got beer. It's fucking
What?
bullshit. Yeah,
You went
man.
Where did you go?
You went trick-or-treating when you were 19?
Yeah, man.
You're a loser.
I got
Oh my
free
God.
beer. Who's the loser?
He was the kid that would go out in a Kawan costume, then go home, get changed.
I remember
go
going
back.
out when I was.
I'm not denying that. I did do that. I did it multiple times.
I went out when I was in grade 8, and like you see people coming up to the door and be like, "Okay, man, like you're a little old." And I was barely. I had like a lumberjacket jacket on, and I think I drew on a beard or something. I'm like, I'm a lumberjack, and I'm just like, oh,
Yeah, I told you to fuck
like,
off.
I was like, yeah,
No,
like,
look,
what's the
look at the special kid.
Oh my God.
Give him some candy.
No, I legitimately dressed up till I was 19 and went out. I didn't give a fuck. It's
Wow.
something to do.
Wow.
I'd go out still, I think.
Yeah, it's just for fun. And half the people when you go to the doors like, yeah, here's candy.
I had a good one, but I had nowhere to wear it. I was gonna be a strip of bacon, and then I was gonna get a fake chain and get like a frying pan, and then put 2 eggs in it.
Eggs and bacon.
Eggs and gangster bacon.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
Oh boy.
I went trick-or-treating once when I was a kid, because we don't really do Halloween in Australia. And me and my friend,
Deprived.
we kind of got like in like the shittiest costumes ever. And we went to his next door neighbors on either side, and we ended up with like granola bars.
Like, giving you healthy shit.
Yeah,
Granola bars and apples.
yeah, pretty
With
much.
regular
You can't hand out apples.
You
can
give me a fucking apple thrown at your house.
And then every year my mom would get us some candy, like we call them lollies in Australia, but we would get candy to give out to any potential trick-or-treaters that might come on the off chance that one came. And me and my dad would just sit there staring at the lollies all night and just be like, can we have them now? Can we have them now? We never once got a trick-or-treater coming to the house.
But that's not as big, and like you were saying before, we were talking about it, like Halloween in Australia is not as big.
It's hardly a thing.
Like they don't decorate like the way we do. Like,
No, there's like Halloween parties like every now and then because, like it's a good way of making money because we all watch American movies.
Yeah.
But for the most part, yeah, Halloween's not really a thing at all.
It's not really a thing anymore anyways, if you think about it. Like,
Oh,
less
it's a
and less
thing.
kids are going out.
I've gone. We hang out at the Shadywood, the boys there, and we had a party there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
Halloween
saying for like
party there.
kids though. Like they make it like it's such a small thing now. Like when we were growing
What?
up, we went out and
Do I feel like it's bigger now than it is?
You know
what?
what?
No, man.
You know what I think they
it's
should do?
Less and less.
They should whatever
No
day it's
way.
on. They should make it on the weekend.
Yeah.
Dude, it's huge now. What are you talking about?
You see less and less kids going out and dressing up and stuff. It's more of like a party thing now.
But it's
Yeah.
during the week, and it's
I don't know if they do it here, but when I worked in a mall in Alberta, a lot of kids went to the mall to do
Yeah,
their
They did
trick-or-treat.
that this year.
And I think it's more maybe the safer option, like
Yeah.
you don't get no drugs in your candies.
Like, did you hear
no
about
weed candies in your kids?
Ooh,
Did
weed
you,
candy.
did you
That
hear
sounds
about the
fun.
new thing that happened?
see that's
over
where the
Halloween?
adult one should come in.
Hmm?
Did you hear about the new thing that they
That'd be
put
fun
like
to go
needles
around.
in? Like sewing
Gummies,
needles.
gummies.
They
That's
put
fucked
sewing needles in the roll. What are they? The Tootsie Roll things, like the chocolate. They put needles in it and then wrap
does
it back
this?
up. Sick motherfuckers.
Yeah, like Charles
It was a
Manson.
Huge thing. Leave
Fucking
Charles Manson
genius.
alone.
Genius Charles Manson.
Speaking of edibles and the weed ones, so you had an interesting package on your Instagram there on your live. I was trying to get on there because I saw you.
I'm
pop
very
on there.
interested on that. That's so cool. You can get it. Like, who delivered it? Who delivered your joint?
Dan's high right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's-
yeah.
It's fucking high.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm just drinking whiskey over here. What the fuck cares? Same fucking thing.
I keep looking up. His eyes are fucked.
Yeah.
So anyway, tell us about your weird.
So yeah, we got a good Canada Post delivered.
Canada Post?
Yeah, I believe.
Did you high five him on the way out?
Do you know what? I didn't get it. A friend got it.
Oh.
What's the thing? Sorry, what's the thing from Half Baked when he comes up to the door? Do you remember?
What do you? There's a lot.
The guy on the bike. He's like, I'm here about some pipes.
What? I don't know what you fucking talking
No?
about. Don't interrupt Dan. Anyway, fucking idiot.
Too high. What was?
Sorry,
talking
man.
about?
Talking about how Canada Post came and dropped off a joint for you.
Yeah. So
Which
they
is now legal in Canada to
Le-
our American friends.
Yeah, it was
We don't have
it was the legal.
Fuck you.
The legal. We have viewers in Germany.
Yeah, Deutschland, motherfucker.
Yeah,
Um,
not American.
But yeah, it came in this weird box. It was a fucking huge box, and it looked like you could have 5 joints in one box, but there was 1 joint in each box, and there was 5 joints. And it was in like a blister foil package, and you ripped this.
Really?
It was redonkulous.
What was it? There was like a name of the weed that was in it already?
Yeah, it was like it had a name on there and stuff. I can't remember what it was now.
So hopefully all those names and stuff are bullshit.
They're just different strains.
Like they just like the way that they talk about like THC and the way that they talk about CBD, like the levels and stuff, did it tell you what levels were higher and lower? Yeah. Interesting.
So yeah, there's definitely like you could feel a slightly different high between different ones.
Yeah, because so am I right in saying this? So the CBD is the one that kind of like calms you, and the THC is the one that more gets you kind of like in the kind of a psychotropic area. Is that how it works?
So I could be very wrong.
I'm pretty sure that's
yeah,
how
I think
it is.
you're to some degree of that. Yeah, there's that, and it's like CBD is more what's pain relief and stuff like
the
that.
Calming.
Yeah, and then THC is definitely
Gets
they're
more
both
high.
going to get you calmed and stuff, but it's the one that more gets you high.
Yeah.
But then you've got sativas and you've got indicas.
Yeah.
So you've got sativas are generally seen as more of a daytime kind of keep you awake weed, where you don't want to, and then indica couch.
In the couch.
Yeah.
So like. Are those different strains from different countries, or why do they call them indica?
I believe that they come from different plants, but then they cross genetics.
Because I heard that for years they could only grow marijuana maybe in the 60s and 70s on the California coast because it was warm enough. But when the troops went over to Afghanistan, they found a strain of marijuana that could take the cold, harsh temperatures.
Yeah.
And so they brought that over, which made it so it was possible to grow weed everywhere.
That is probably
I
so.
like
There's a lot of weed that would be called an Afghan. Like they've
Yes.
got like an Afghan.
I've seen an
strain.
Afghan plant. They're
Yeah.
very pretty.
It's like a
Yeah.
purple.
But then there's also there's like one called like Northern Lights, which has got a like it's an Afghan strain mixed with something else. Because I guess there's probably cannabis plants all over the world.
Well, they say that a lot of the Afghan strains are in Canada, spliced from Afghan plants are in Canada because they take the kind of the harsh kind of weather, the different like we're not like sunny coasts and like fun times and
Yeah, but I think a lot of it's just done with hydroponics nowadays anyway. Like a lot of weeds just growing indoors, so
yeah.
I'm not like
So-
an expert on it, just a connoisseur.
Well, you just connoisseur. Jesse's not a connoisseur at all, though, right? You've never.
Would you try it, Jesse?
No.
How come?
What if
anti
for the
that shit.
podcast
Why are
that
you?
me and you both try it for the first
Podcasts
time?
can suck my dick. I'm not
Why?
doing
Why are you so anti-weed?
What about edible?
it. No, I won't touch edibles either.
I want to hear your opinion
No.
on it.
Yeah.
Just anti. I don't feel like it's necessary to do.
Did you drink?
I drink the odd time. I drank a lot when I was younger, like between 17 and like 23. I drank a lot.
Like what? Just beer?
Like malt liquor,
Yeah.
like
Wow.
the cheap stuff, and then I got into whiskey and just experimented with different stuff like that, but never drugs.
How come never weed? So I'm just gonna say this. So Ernie and I never did weed because we grew up with our crazy mom, who was a What's the correct name for a hematologist? It's a hematologist. So we would come home from high school, and our mom would be sitting there waiting to take our blood to test it because she thought we were doing drugs.
What?
Yeah. So she's like legally allowed to do it because
She's
that's what
a
does for work.
lab tech.
So she works at like different hospitals and stuff. So it's fucking crazy shit. But it's cool though because she's super smart. But we would come home and she'd be sitting there, sit down, time for like it wasn't like every month, but it'd be like every maybe like 6 months. So if we were acting weird, she would take our blood and then go get it tested.
And
make
we
sure
we get a story too. Like I had a 20-year-old come in and overdose on this and overdose on that, and
Yeah,
even
so
now
we-
she's like
so-
overdose on fentanyl,
And I just,
overdose
for
on
me,
this.
it wasn't like a cool thing because my mom was very strict and she was like very goal orientated for our future. So that's why we didn't do weed. So I've done weed since I like graduated from high school and like was after Bible college. Smoked a couple joints and then I had an accidental like run with edibles. But I've only done it a couple times. And it's like if I were to sit here with a nice whiskey. The funny thing is though, like there's no after thing. You feel like there's no like hangover. It stays in my body for longer, but it's kind of like it was a cool that trip I took when I ate the edibles was awesome.
Why is it necessary though?
It's the same as drinking though. I just don't really like drinking as much, so I'll smoke weed.
I just wanted to say that I kind of tried it.
You should
I
try
Like
it.
I have tried it when I was younger.
Oh,
Like,
you did.
Oh,
I did it like grade 9. This is gonna sound awful.
No, go ahead.
Grade 9, we had like Forest Heights has like the back stairs or whatever that you can go and chill. And I went back there, there's this big colored guy. And he's like, "You grade 9?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Initiation, smoke this." I'm like, whatever.
What?
So it's like this I didn't even know what it was. It was a big fat blunt. He goes, here, took a toke.
That's kind of a cool orientation.
Boom! Fucking just out.
What do you mean?
Like, I was so stoned, there's like
How many
houses.
puffs did you take?
Just one. One big fucking puff and I'm done.
Alright,
It's
interesting.
like, I don't know what was in it. He was a big Jamaican dude, so who the fuck knows what was in it.
Probably just a sweet...
Took one huge fucking puff, fell in between the stairs and the fucking...
Right away?
Right away, just done.
You fell.
I fell. Like, in between, there's a house and gate and stuff like that, in between that. And he goes, you okay? Fucking pulls me up, and I was high as a kite, probably for like 4 hours.
Yeah.
Just done.
Did you go home?
No, I just sat there.
Oh my
I
god.
just sat there and tripped
Oh,
out.
because your first time
It's my
sucked.
first
That's
time.
why you didn't want to do it.
But since then, like, other than that, I never did it. But I also grew up with friends that were, like, addicted to drugs, though. Like weed,
and that's the other thing
where they
too,
say
yeah.
weed's not a gateway drug, I think that's bullshit because they start with that and then they gradually start doing other things.
But like you could say that everyone before they smoke weed probably has drunk alcohol.
Yeah, I'm not.
So alcohol is a gateway drug. Smoking
Yeah.
cigarettes is a gateway drug. You're still gonna do it. The thing is that weed's the most accessible thing. So some people are more willing to adventure. So if they didn't do weed first, they would probably do MDMA first.
Yeah,
because
shit.
MDMA,
which I've also tried once as well.
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Like MDMA is sort of seen at like this crazy drug, but
It is a crazy drug.
What did you
it's not.
find afterwards? Did you have like this enlightenment feeling? I heard that's a thing.
It depends who you're with and what you're doing. I think it depends on the situation.
But it sounds like your first weed experiment didn't
It
go
was
so
awful.
well.
I and not only that, but like I constantly hear it. Like I'm so tired of hearing about it. It's just like in one ear and out the other. Like fuck it, I don't care.
It's
The
just
more
not
and
really-
more I hear about it, the less and less I give a shit. Like I'm tired of hearing.
What kind of a trip is MDMA?
MDMA is not really a trip.
It's not a trip. It's a feeling.
It's a feeling. So MDMA is just like a really warm, nice, just like everything feels like love.
So
Ah.
basically, what it does is it makes all your happy neurons in your brain start going off.
Your serotonin.
So you start having a good time. It just makes you happy. Like, unless you're in a shitty situation, like if you're like with a bunch of depressed assholes, then you kind of feel like that.
Sounds like that happened to you.
But, well, yeah, I was. But
Yeah.
if you're with a good group of people, just happy brain cells just go off.
It's the same thing with weed, though.
But it
It
kills.
also depends on if you are. It depends. So like a lot of the time, MDMA is mixed with other things.
Yeah.
So it depends on what you're cutting it with. So if you're cutting it with something like heroin,
Do you snort MDMA?
No, you eat it. Well, I
it
guess
depends.
you
You
can.
can snort it.
Oh.
You can.
Most times it's like pill form. You just pop a pill and you let it.
Well, so that's going to be more like an ecstasy,
Yeah.
which is going to be cut with like a speed or cocaine or heroin or something like that, or some rat poison.
Which
even.
it never leaves your body.
rat poison.
FYI.
But you know,
MDMA never
Never.
leaves.
No.
I think that might be a wives' tale there.
No.
There's so many like bullshit things about drugs.
You do cocaine, they still find it in your hairline. It's been proven.
like maybe in your
You do
head.
LSD, they find it in your spinal cord.
That I'm almost positive is bullshit.
Yeah.
Like there's all these things. Like there's been a lot of things that have tried to make things seem worse
than what they are. Yeah.
You know, and a lot of the time when you have dabbled in drugs, you realize things are nowhere near as bad as what.
Or they're
Yeah.
worse than what you hear.
Oh yeah, it depends on which drug you're going for. You know.
Like
Some-
the first time I smoked a joint, I was like, oh my gosh. I was like so nervous. But then my wife's like, listen, we're just going to hang out. We'll go buy a bunch of food. We're just going to sit.
Wait. You did with your wife? That was
Jocelyn.
your first time?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I can't picture this.
She's all about it, man. She was all about it in high school. So like,
Jesus.
so not that she's all about it now, but I mean like she's like, why don't we just try it? I was like, you know what? I'm down to try it. So we just hung out. We watched we turned on a comedy special. I had a bunch of food and I smoked like a good portion of the joint and I just laughed. I just smiled. I felt happy. It felt great. Mind you, it felt like I was slowly falling off my bed like at a small rate. But in comparison to when I smoked it the first time and when I ate an edible, completely two different like effects though. Like because like it goes to your body system when you're eating it, it goes through your liver, like it goes through all the stuff you're digesting and stuff. It goes into your bloodstream differently when you're smoking it. So you have a completely different trip. but they were both like awesome. I had a great time. Had a great time on both. It was amazing.
My only deterrent would be I don't.
So
like
Ernie's
to
never
inhale.
smoked it. You've never
No,
smoked drugs.
I've never edible nothing.
Yeah, never smoked weed.
I just don't like to
No, no.
inhale because I do it with cigars accidentally and it fucking makes.
It's
me
not the
sick
same
on
harshness though. It's not the same harshness.
No,
Yeah,
because
it
I
is different.
I really enjoy the smell of it. I
I
really enjoy
can't
the
stand the
smell of it.
fucking smell. It makes me ill.
Oh,
No way.
and I can tell when it's like garbage and when it's good weed. I can tell the difference.
Yeah, like
It
skunk.
literally makes me want to throw up when I smell it. I
Really?
hate the smell of
Oh,
it.
I
Yeah.
love it. I
Wow,
love
you have
it.
such a hate on for it, man.
I don't know.
Triggered.
Yeah, you're so it's like some.
But it's
it
not-
makes me negative. whenever
You don't
I'm
think it's
around
as
that.
harsh as
Oh.
a cigar if you were to inhale?
Do you smoke
Like
cigars?
even like a Colt.
I'll smoke the Colts, like a little Colt, whatever those
yeah,
are.
but if
I'll
I got
do that.
if I went to Cuba and brought back some nice
Yeah, I'd smoke a
Cubans.
cigar with you. Yeah.
All right, interesting.
I like the backwoods. I like
Love
backwoods.
I wouldn't
It's
smoke
so
a full
good.
cigar, mind you. I'd probably smoke like half.
No,
of
those
them.
big ones are
you
harsh.
get buzzed off a nice big one. You
Yeah.
haven't done it before.
I'll cut
Well,
it open, put some weed in it.
See, and that's what I heard about backwoods.
So is that what a blunt is?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what a blunt is.
That's
right?
That's a Joe Rogan thing too. He was talking about that he takes those backwoods and he keeps tobacco in
I
it.
love backwoods.
And he
ever had
puts,
backwoods?
he puts weed in
No, they're so
I
good.
had, and the other thing though is every time I try to get high after, I can never get high again, ever. Tried buckets, tried all kinds of different shit,
What's
couldn't get high
buckets?
again.
What?
Bucket's like a gravity bong, kind of.
Oh.
Like you do it with like you have a bucket with a like a half a Coke bottle in there or something like
Oh,
that.
the one you draw it up.
And you draw.
You should try edibles, man.
No, I'm
Look at
Nothing
him
to do with it.
instantly. Like,
Not a
wow,
fucking
fuck that.
chance.
Fuck
See,
you.
now I figured you would have been kind of
nah, man.
Straight.
I've been
Yeah.
straight since like 21.
straight X.
Well, no, he drinks. You're not straight edge.
How often do you see me drink? I'm not straight edge by any means, but I rarely do
Well, it
anything
doesn't
like
make
that
you feel
anymore.
great though. Like, it
No.
doesn't make you feel sick.
It makes me feel ill almost
Yeah.
right away now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you some drink.
Gluten intolerance, man. If
Yeah.
I try and drink anything,
You
I'll
say
feel
gluten
sick.
intolerance?
No, I am gluten intolerant.
Are you?
Yeah,
That's gotta suck.
it does suck.
You can't eat
Because
pizza.
bread's like pizza. I love pizza.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
It's
They have
good.
that new pizza at. I love it. It's really good. With the cauliflower crust?
Tastes like shit.
No, it does not.
He doesn't eat vegetables.
I don't eat veggies for one.
Okay, it's not eating
I know,
the
but
fucking
gluten-
cauliflower with cheese and
Gluten-free
pepperoni. on it.
stuff tastes like shit.
That cauliflower crust, dude, it is so good.
Wait.
Dad did it on it.
You don't eat vegetables?
No!
Hang on, Dad. Do we not remember the whole vegan?
I eat corn, which I don't count as a vegetable because it's starch.
Well,
Yeah.
super
I
sweet.
eat
So much sugar in
potatoes,
fucking corn.
which again I don't count as a vegetable because it's starch.
It's starch. Yeah.
It's a consistency thing.
Yeah.
If I try to eat anything, I literally will vomit. It's disgusting. Everything like that is
So
So
disgusting.
are you
Yeah.
are you
Smoke
like a
some weed and then have some veggies.
Are you a carnivore diet then?
Pretty much, yeah.
Are you
all
really?
Yeah,
Oh.
pretty much.
So what like
Proteins.
Yeah, it's like pretty much all protein
What do you?
stuff.
What's your daily like eating?
Yeah.
Well, it's garbage right now because I can't afford what I want, but
What have you like? So when you're eating most protein,
a
what
lot
do
of
you eat?
chicken, steak, beef, stuff like that.
But you can do like salad and that, right?
You
You're
have
I
like
eat salad.
ground turkey.
You don't like
I don't
salad?
like. I don't like the funny thing is, like, salad looks so good and appealing, but
Yeah.
I try to eat and I can't do it.
Oh my god, I love salad.
You're eating leaves.
Man, I'm
Full of
salad
water,
and
you know
fucking
what I
tuna.
mean?
Yeah,
all
but
week.
you make a salad full of
I
veggies,
mean-
add a little bit of peanuts,
Like,
unsalted
if my
peanuts,
girlfriend makes
raisins.
something and doesn't tell me something's in it, that's a different story because she can kind of hide the flavor. But if I know it's
like
in there,
onions or something.
it's weird because, like, if you tell me it's in there, like, I will try to taste it automatically,
So like,
which is really fucked up.
even if you can't have the burger because you couldn't have the bun.
No, you can get gluten-free bun, and I do eat. I can eat the bun. It's just I can only have so much intake. You know what I mean?
So would you have like lettuce and tomato in your burger? No.
oh my god.
No.
It's just like if I get a burger, it's like cheese, ketchup, bacon, whatever else.
All protein.
It's all fucking protein and meat.
But you can do a little bit of dairy though.
Oh yeah, I can do dairy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do
You're just
eggs and
gluten
milk. It's
intolerant.
just gluten intolerant.
Interesting.
I'm thinking about trying this keto thing.
No,
Dude.
don't do the keto thing.
Dude,
Ernie's on it.
You're on keto?
I've been doing it for almost a month and a half.
No offense to Ernie,
But it's not full out keto.
and he's also a bigger dude. You do it, not a good time for you, and you'd be pooping like a motherfucker.
But you're straight. Oh, your shits
You're
are fucking
shitting like,
phenomenal.
and they're disgusting.
Yeah.
It's not a good time.
Yeah, but shits aren't supposed to be pretty.
Yeah.
You're like
I'm
hanging
saying
out
it's
with
It's
shit.
I'll do it. I do it during the week when I'm out of town because it's easy.
Yeah.
And then when I get home, like I can't stay on it for fucking this put you in complete ketosis.
Can't
But
do it.
it's
tried
still
I
like
tried
as
it. It was hard.
a changing of the way I eat.
Yeah.
It's fucking night and day.
Yeah.
Night and day.
I would
change
recommend
the
it
way you feel
personally.
about how you live, man.
Yeah.
I changed the way I ate just because, like, you know, you read all this stuff and it literally, like, I have more energy. I can feel like I can think better just by changing the way that I've eaten. Like, you know, once in a while we'll cheat and stuff, but veggies and, like, all that great stuff.
Like-
you eat fruit?
No,
What?
I don't eat fruit either.
What
I can
in
if
the
I blend
fuck?
it, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I can blend it if it's liquid.
Do you
I'm
have a
fine.
shake? You could have a
yeah, I can
shake?
do shakes.
Oh, wow.
I have to blend everything because I can't do the consistency of like an actual thing,
Wow.
and I get the same reaction. I fucking eat them. I can't do it.
Wow.
I just can't do it. I've tried multiple times. Can't do it.
Yeah.
Whoa, so no veggies, no fruits, just proteins and a little bit of bread.
Yeah, a little bit of bread
And dairy.
Like I love eggs,
Oh, okay.
yogurt,
Yeah.
milk, all
Alright.
that stuff.
Yeah.
That's
You know what?
interesting.
I probably eat fairly similar to you right now. I don't eat a lot of veggies, but that was because I was vegan for so long, and I'm like,
You're straight vegan?
I was vegan for like over 10 years.
So what were you doing for protein then?
Diet.
Like beans?
No,
Like beans
No, I
and...
can see-
Why were you
Yeah.
doing it? Why were you doing it?
because I liked animals, and I didn't really think about how, like, it seemed like the right thing to me to do.
I have a question for you. It's gonna be really weird. Okay,
I think you should take a puff of his.
I think you
thing
should
right now.
suck a dick.
I think you should.
No.
Take
No.
some of his vape pen there.
No, vape. You're gay. Vape pen.
This
shit.
is
No,
a weed
this is a
vape.
weed
Yeah,
vape
I know.
pen.
Anyways,
He's not gay. What the fuck? That's awesome.
Yeah, everything's gay to you.
Gay.
No.
Eating
Yeah,
veggies
just-
gay.
just-
that's
just
such
guys
a,
that
that's such
vape.
a 1990s
Yeah.
insult.
I don't actually mean it the way you're thinking. Anyways, so
Can I have a puff of this
Go ahead.
here?
When
Yeah,
I-
go ahead.
like
Fucking nerd.
when I eat meat, I don't think of the actual animal. So when you were eating meat, is that what you thought of? Like if you eat
Oh yeah,
a piece
I
of
still do.
steak, you still do.
I still do. I still know it's a cow, but I accept that it's a cow. But I look at things a little bit differently now. If you look at the way that an animal's killed, it's horrible. It's,
Oh,
it is-
yeah,
Brutal.
It is brutal. But then if you think of it again, the thing that sort of pushed me over, I was not feeling good. I was not feeling like... I probably wasn't the best vegan in the entire world, but I wasn't feeling good. I was feeling like my body was really like missing some fires,
Yeah.
you know, and misfiring. Like it just was because I hear this. Maybe I was just smoking too much weed.
Ah, fuck.
But
Where
yeah,
am I
no.
again?
Then I started eating eggs and stuff like that first, and that made me feel a little bit better. But yeah, the way that I started looking at it, the way that I could justify it in my head was, I was like, okay, sure, we kill animals and it's kind of brutal. But those animals are going to be prey animals anywhere they are in the
world.
ecosystem. you
Yeah.
know? I look at it and I'm like, well, really, any other way that an animal takes you down, I'll still take the bullet to the back of the head every day of the week. You know?
Yeah.
Like, so even though we have to do something brutal to get our food, it's still not as brutal as getting taken away by any other animal.
Yeah.
That's one way to look at it. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So that was when I was like, okay, I gave myself ethical permission to eat meat. And then it was like a warm hug from the inside.
Was it like instantaneous when you had like what did you have first? Do you remember?
Okay, I remember exactly. It was only.
This is what I've heard this before. I was listening to Rogan on the way home, and he was talking to Pazinski, Christina, and he was saying like this one guy that was like in his fucking deathbed, and he's like his wife went up to him and she's like, just please eat a cheeseburger, just one.
Oh my god.
And you'll feel better, please, because you are not doing well. And he wasn't. And he said as soon as he bit into that burger, it was like, I feel like I can get out of this bed right now. Like his body was like, holy fucking shit, holy fucking
It
shit.
was exactly like that. So I went to shout out to Borealis in Kitchener.
Yeah.
Got the old smoky burger.
Nice.
Yeah. And
That's that local place, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Local grown.
Good people. Good people
A
there.
lot of beer there.
A lot of beer there. Say hello to Cassandra, the bartender.
Oh.
She's a lovely lady.
Let's go drink some beer there sometime.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, what? So how was the burger?
It was like I
Did you
realized.
tell them?
I think they. No, I don't know if they knew actually. There's a photo of me and my boss linking arms and taking the first bite. It was
taking a
delicious.
piss? Oh,
Yeah, it was a little bit like nerve wracking. I wanted to have a steak for my first time. It was like, yeah, fucking
Burger's just as good.
yeah. But then I was like,
cheeseburger,
oh
man.
fuck, steaks are like $40. And like, what happens if I have one bite and I'm like, nah, I can't do this. And then I've wasted a $40 steak, so I decided on a $20 burger. And
Did you order the steak after the burger?
you know what? I probably could have.
Yeah.
But you know what? The first thing I noticed was I felt full, and I was like, oh, I haven't really felt full like this in a very, very long time. Like you get full, like your stomach has hit capacity. And
How long were you a vegetarian for?
like
Up to that point.
so I was vegan from about
Sorry, but vegan.
so I'd been vegan from about 18 to probably 28.
You did it for 10 years feeling like shit?
I was feeling good at first.
Oh, were you?
Wow,
Yeah.
10 years as a vegan,
Yeah.
and then you had a cheeseburger and
Well, no, then about 28 I had at 28 I had eggs and I started eating eggs and I had
Fish or no fish?
No, I didn't have fish.
Fucking fish is gross.
I still don't eat fish because fish is gross.
It is gross.
not a huge fan. This is like fish and chips, but anyway.
But yeah, went to Mexico. Had I ended up eating some dairy in Mexico because it was pretty hard, and I didn't really give much. I didn't try that hard really. I was kind of off the train a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, then I ate meat for the first time when I was 30.
It's like, this is the food my food eats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was it was crazy. And yeah,
Wow.
I definitely felt a little bit of like, because like, you know, it becomes a part of your identity. It becomes, you know, most of your friends, or at least for a long part of it, all my friends were vegan. I was an activist for it, you know. People knew that I was vegan. Like, people, like, that was the first thing that people thought when they thought of me sometimes, was like, oh, Daniel, he's a vegan guy.
That was vegan Dan.
Yeah. So to not do it, you kind of feel like a sellout, a failure sort of thing. Like,
I don't think you should feel like that though.
oh, I don't anymore. I don't give a fuck.
Good call.
But you know, I feel good about it now.
Was it hard to eat out?
It gets easier because when I first went vegan, yeah, it was fucking hard. There was only a few places, but now most places have.
I guess now you can get a chicken Caesar salad.
Now it's definitely
chicken.
a trend.
There's
Yeah.
always a vegan fucking menu now.
Yeah.
True.
You can
Yeah.
go in.
You
You'll
can go
always
to
find
Harvey's and get a
something.
veggie burger, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where's your favorite place to eat, Jesse? If you're just eating protein, where do you go to eat? Like if you're just like
go to the
Fish
keg.
chalet.
No, probably the keg. Anywhere with like a really good steak.
You know what's
Yeah,
not
really
bad?
good
What's
pulled
that
pork.
place up by my house there? That new one?
Rabbit Fox.
No, the one in the plaza with
called a Rabbit
King's.
Rabbit Fox.
Kings.
No, with King's Buffet, the one on Fairway.
Oh. I
Shucks.
was
Oh,
thinking-
that new place,
Shucks?
Shucks? I haven't been in there yet.
It's not bad.
Not
You went
bad.
there
You
for
can
dinner?
get steak and lobster in
There's
there
been
for
like so many
30
different
bucks.
places in there in the last
That's
3
like the
years.
third one. Before there was like a
Yeah,
really
it was like
Italian-
it was an Italian
Italian
one.
place.
You can get it. It's not expensive in there.
No,
Food's pretty good. And you can get steak and lobster in there too.
it's not bad. I'd rather go to like what's that sub place you and I went to? That place. is
Jersey
fucking
Subs.
good. Jersey
Oh, that
Mike's.
was good.
Mike's.
Jersey Mike's.
Wow.
That shit's good.
Yeah.
I like
Really
that
good
Burrito
subs.
Boys too.
I do like burrito boys.
Like, would you be able to go from like straight edge and then start drinking alcohol as easy as you did the whole veganism thing? You think?
Like, well,
I'm just curious.
I was never straight edge, so
I mean,
like, I don't know, it took me a long time to not be vegan. So I think I first started thinking about not being vegan about 5-6 years into it, and then it was like, so it was about 4 years of like really questioning whether or not I wanted to be a vegan anymore or not. But yeah.
Fuck off! It's my first yawn.
You
of the whole
yawn
podcast.
one more time.
No.
I'm done
swear to
yawning.
God.
But
So yeah,
That's
I've seen
interesting.
straight edge kids sell out on less.
yeah, I've seen. straight
But
edge.
you know, like I've seen straight edge kids that have had more conviction.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, like, I think that all those things are kind of dumb in the way that it's like that's your political view and you have to stick with it forever, though, because it's bullshit. Like it's like, okay, I decided something when I was 18. This has to be my viewpoint for the rest of my life.
You did say though that you felt bad about doing
Yeah,
it because that's
yeah.
how you got recognized, right?
Oh
You
yeah,
have every
but-
right to change your mind down the line, though.
That's
and
just
experience
it.
something.
yeah.
And I only brought it up because I had a friend that was straight edge and like a hardcore Bible thumper for years, and then he like just recently started drinking. So we were at a show. He's like, "Hey, you might get me a drink," and I like lost my. I'm like, "What the fuck did you just say to me? You drink now?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm not straight edge anymore."
It's funny how
And
that
it was like mind blowing because that was his identity. He was just this guy that he was full on straight edge, and then he went like vegan a year later. I'm like, what the fuck is happening right now?
It's funny how that goes hand in hand with being religious, straight edge. Like a lot of guys, like, oh, well, I'm straight edge. Well, it's because your parents won't let you do anything fun. That's why. So you're automatically straight edge. Like all these weird homeschool kids, you're straight edge. You might as well just go get an X tattoo on your arm or something.
Or your
shit.
hand, so everyone fucking
Yeah,
knows
your
right
fucking
away.
hand. Yeah,
See,
we get it.
I didn't really in Australia. I never really noticed much of a straight edge and Christian going.
It's in Canada for sure. So if you're like a person who listens to hardcore music and you went to Bible college,
Don't bring
No.
hardcore music into it. That's
No,
a bunch
no,
of
no.
bullshit.
So like
Listen
hardcore
up.
music and straight edge kind of.
I will school you on this. Don't even fucking start.
I'm just saying. So when I went,
I want to go to school.
listen. When I
Take
went
me to school.
when I went to school, and like I hung out with guys that were into like punk and hardcore, and they went to Bible college. I'm just telling you, don't shake your fucking head. They were like, well, I go to shows and I'm straight edge. I'm like, you're straight edge because you believe in like you have like your parents don't let you do anything fun, so you're automatically straight edge. How's that wrong?
No, you just brought hardcore up. Just because hardcore has nothing to do with what you're just saying.
I'm just
Straight
saying
edge shit.
people
But, like-
dress a certain way because they listen to certain music when they go to Bible college.
You don't
That's the
think
thing.
Sure,
that hardcore and straight edge go hand in
No,
hand?
they do go hand in hand depending on what band it is.
Yeah, but like,
But it's not. You can't just say hardcore. It's like a subgenre.
It's not just a genre, man.
If you're talking about
music-
Minor Threat or H2O or a band like that, okay.
dude.
But if you bring up like Terror,
I
Madball,
don't-
shit
see-
like that, none of those guys.
I don't believe
yeah, like not everyone that's straight edge. I mean, not everyone that's into hardcore is straight
It's
edge.
straight edge.
No, it's true. Yeah, but I'm saying if they were attending a Bible college and they were part of that community, so I don't think hardcore is a genre. I think of it more of a community of people who come together. The way I've seen it and been involved in it.
Yeah.
So if you are listening to that music, you dress a certain way, they're automatically straight edge because they don't drink and they don't do drugs already. So that's what I'm saying. Based off of that sub community group of people, that they just affiliate
But
themselves.
now you're
with straight
putting
edge.
on labels on people that dress a certain way. I know tons of people that dress normal and they listen to hardcore.
Yeah, but he's
music.
saying lifestyle
Maybe
too.
your shit-
Though.
It's just a lifestyle
too
thing.
because these kids are like homeschooled.
Like,
They've seen nothing else,
First,
done nothing
when
else.
I met you, I didn't know you were into the whole Christian thing, and then I found out you listen to Cancer Bats, and that's how you and I connected right off the bat. It was a musical thing.
Yeah.
I knew nothing about your background.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, in that, when you look,
What you're saying is,
Yeah.
if you take hardcore kids
yes,
that also happen to be
Yes.
Christian,
Yes.
those two worlds collide.
Yes.
I understand
That
They are
automatically
straight edge.
makes straight edge because this one says you can't take drugs, and this one says when it's cool to not take drugs,
you can affiliate
you
with
are
this.
straight edge, and then you
Yes.
come together,
You'll
and our
amalgamate.
powers combine,
It's
make
mega
vegan
straight edge.
Christian straight edge
Yes,
kids.
yes, exactly. It has formed.
Did you just Voltron that?
I did.
Oh my god.
No, I just don't like. You can't put labels on the way people dress and shit like that, though.
Well, unfortunately, that's what the world does. You can see a guy dressed a certain way, you kind of go,
I don't want to recognize as anything.
Okay, for a prime example, Ernie and I both love hip hop. By looking at us, you would never be able to fucking tell that.
No.
Not in 100 years.
If you knew Ernie 10 years ago, you could realize he was into hip hop. He dressed like a Gino.
Probably. You dress like a G.
Oh yeah, Ernie was a Gino.
I had a very nice car.
He wore chains and like
I had underlights under my car, and I had a system.
Pretty blue lights under his car. You knew that mom was paying for dinner.
Listen here, pretty lights. You enjoyed the
dress-
car when you need to ride somewhere.
Yeah, when you
You
need to ride.
dress like a preppy little bitch, and
I
you like
did.
good music.
I did.
Hold on, let me read.
No.
You used to like shit music. Now
I
you
did.
like good music.
No, I was a preppy little bitch.
Fucking
for a
yellow
long time.
card.
Oh man.
I was.
I had a period of my life where when I was like maybe 14, really wanted to fit in at school.
Me?
Straight up gangster.
Really? Like,
Yeah,
what up?
I like-
Hat to the side?
Had like chains, like I had a silver chain that I wore around my neck, and I would wear like Wu-Tang jeans.
What?
Wu-Tang!
Wu-Tang! That's what's
Nothing
up.
wrong with Wu-Tang. Nothing wrong with Wu-Tang.
Yeah, I fuck with Wu-Tang. That's what's up.
Protect your neck.
And what was that? FUBU. I wore FUBU jeans.
Oh man.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
In Australia, did you guys have what was 50 Cent's label?
Oh,
Do you remember that
oh,
shit?
M&Ms.
come on.
There's like Fat Farm jeans, but
Oh,
50
yeah.
Cent had like his own label. That was like a huge thing that people used to wear his shit.
So
You
there
guys
was
have that?
actually, do you know what? There was all those jeans. People didn't really get them though because I don't think that you could actually get the brand name stuff in Australia back then. But there was all these knockoffs, so we all would wear these knockoff jeans.
Did you guys wear those mod robes? Those pants
man.
that had like the clip?
They were comfy as shit.
The mod robes, they're kind of like hospital pants and stuff. They were called mod robes.
It
And they were
sounds like hippie pants.
They're like kinda. They were
They were almost like
Are you talking about like the tearaway pants that like
No,
you could
No.
unzip?
They had a clip right here. They had a little
No, I
snap,
never had those.
and they were
They had
kind of
built-in
like
clip.
what's that? Like hospital pants.
Yeah, what do you call hospital pants? Scrubs. They were kind of like
Yeah.
a scrubs pants, but they were really like a big thing when we were like probably in like 1999 to early 2000s. Everybody was wearing these pants called mod robes.
G-Unit. That's what it was called.
That was
Oh,
that's a group though.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
not the production thing.
That's what it was. Though.
Their
It was
label
G-Unit
was
clothing.
Wow.
and Def Jam Interscope.
Yeah.
Wow, G Unit.
That was from 2003 till now.
Because
Like Rough Riders, there was Rough Riders. clothes.
Yeah.
I used to have this like those big fucking like it was like like big plastic shirts sort of thing like
What?
that. Big,
Yeah.
And then it was like on a basketball netted shirt, and I was gangster.
Man, I had those baggy jeans.
You were a wigger, is what you were.
I had-
you were a
I
white
had-
gangster.
Did you guys have those
Yes.
super baggy jeans? The super baggy jeans you were like floating in. There's probably like an inch of like
yeah.
they were like a foot of like fabric. I had those.
You always had cool shoes.
What?
You did.
Cool shoes.
Yeah, you had really nice shoes. You always got like some really nice like skater shoes. I always remember that. You had some really cool. I used to wear them all the time.
I had
Okay,
bright.
did he wear like the smaller ones, or did he wear like the fat
The
style
fat-
skate?
the fat
I always
ones.
hated those.
Did you?
Yeah, because like when I skated, I couldn't skate in them properly. I'm like, the shoe's too fucking big.
I tried skating to be cool, and I just kept falling and smashing my arm on the ground, so I stopped.
That's almost people.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
skating wasn't.
Wasn't like my thing.
Yeah.
Wow,
we had
guys.
a lot though. We had a lot of different. We went from like Rammstein to
Rammstein.
Dude, there was a time where Ernie and I and a couple of our other friends who were from the States, we all shaved our heads.
Oh man!
On a summer, we all shaved our heads. The whole summer, we drove around like just blasting German hardcore rock music, like specifically Rammstein, just to be cool. We drove around listening to Rammstein, so it kind of looked like skinheads, but we weren't skinheads. We just wanted to look cool.
I'd probably beat you up if I saw you.
I'd probably beat myself up now.
Yeah,
If I ever saw you guys, I'd probably beat the shit
mind you,
out
I'm
of you.
still a skinhead, but not that kind
So-
of skinhead.
One thing, you know what's sad is when you think music, you think it kind of brings people together. I had an episode at Zares by my house. There, you know the new one.
Yeah,
They had a DJ up front,
yeah.
right? And I was like,
DJ
Hey!
for Zares. Why would
well,
the
no,
DJ
he was
for
just
Zares?
playing music, and they had like some food trucks out front. They were giving out free
Oh,
samples.
I did hear about the food
So he
truck.
was sitting out front playing music, and I wanted to go see what he had. So he had a really cool setup. They looked like they all clicked together. And he was running a program called Serato, and there's two different kind of programs you can use. And Serato's a newer one, and Virtual DJ is an older one. And it's just whatever preference or whatever your controller you have that was built in with it. Anyway, so I was walking up, and I said, "Hey man, I really like your setup. I like the speakers." And he actually took them apart. They kind of just clicked in, and there's no cords, no nothing. He just unclipped it. He goes, "It's really easy to move." Had a little sub on the bottom and a tower on the top. They weren't overly loud. And he was telling me, like, you know, the specs on it and this and that. And I was, you know, I was really interested in it. Some other old guy walks up and he's like, those are kind of crappy. He's like, you should see the system I've got. It's for like 1,000 people and this and that. He's going off about it. And
throw down of DJs? What's going on?
Yeah, and I'm looking at the one guy going, I'm like, well, that was really nice of you. And then he goes, well, what do you run? And I was like, I run a little system. I can probably do about 200 to 400 people. I do kind of weddings and stag and does, and I just got my feet into it. But I ended up booking 20 people, 20 events this year, and about 10 last year. And he's like, oh, I do like 1,000 people. I'm like, fuck, dude, what are you sitting around here? I'm like, you need to be saving Gotham with the stuff that you've got.
Saving Gotham.
And so the other guy goes, so what program are you using? And I said virtual DJ, and I like it because when you go to do a wedding, when you're there, they feed you. So I want to eat. So I want to put on auto mix and go eat. And he goes, oh, you're an auto mix DJ. I said, well, clearly you two have more to talk about than we do. I said, have a wonderful evening.
Wow. There's a little bit of hostility in the DJ world.
Oh, get fucked.
Wow.
And the funniest part is, the guys that have been doing it the longest that I talked to that are in the industry that are huge, nicest fucking guys. They actually want me to come do some events with them.
Well, you gotta think. It's pretty like competitive. Like you're all.
I get it.
playing
I'm taking potential, but this area is huge.
Yeah.
Huge. I'm not taking their business away.
When's your next gig?
I've got the G8 Grand River Transit. I'm doing that on the 24th.
For what?
Grand River Transit Union party, their Christmas party.
Oh yeah.
I got that on the 24th. I'm going to go do, I think, the Elmira Moonshine Company. They're having a charity event, so I'm going to go do that on the 30th. If you want to come along, Jesse, you're invited. That'd be a little fun one. And then I got another one for the African Lions Fire. That one's a big deal. That was a nice one to book. Yeah. That was a big deal. But yeah, what's everybody else up to?
Well, yeah, just throwing that out there. What's everybody else up to? What are you doing?
What are you?
I'm doing just this little smoke cloud.
Oh, it's a nice little side business, man. I like it. It's a lot of fun. You get to meet some cool people. You get to party with them, and kind of dip my toe into it. And I'm liking it because I'm not having to do it full time.
It's a hobby too for you, right?
And I love music. I love all kinds of music, country and all that. And hey,
Fucking
country.
Country music.
I like country.
What time is it?
11:41.
Oh, looks like
Just
we're almost there.
Almost there. What about Insta hookers? Can we
guys
talk about?
want let's
Fuck.
talk about
There we go.
So here's I have one. So these girls
So
they
hang on.
follow, right?
So I think it's really interesting that all these women who have these Instagrams where basically all they're doing is showing off their ass, and all they're doing is showing off their tits and shit, and they're making money off this thing.
Oh yeah.
I didn't
About to them. All about
I'm not angry about it. But the funniest part is
they have like
mad.
millions of followers. Just look at this girl's ass.
Yeah, that's
Well,
a nice ass, probably.
There's a lot of men in the world that are perms, so what did you expect?
It's just so crazy. Like,
But I have one that's it's just really funny
Do you
because
follow
she'll
her?
post. I followed her back because she followed me.
okay.
And
Must be love.
yeah, she loves me. So, but it's just funny. You'll see little things on her thing. It's like men are gross, and it's like I don't know why they keep writing this stuff. It's like they'll say, "Hey, nice tits," and then she's like, "Grow up." It's like you put your tits on Instagram.
Yeah, but at the same time, she should be allowed to do it. You can do whatever the fuck you want on social media.
But then when you say on that little thing where it says, "Tell me what you're thinking." You know those little ones where you can ask them questions.
In that situation,
Right.
you can have it coming. But at the same time, every guy thinks they're entitled to say something,
Yeah.
which is bullshit. I'm
I'm
not gonna
not
let us.
entitled to say that. I think that's weird. I'm not gonna say that.
Yeah, but you're a different kind of person.
Yeah.
A lot of guys go on there and they, I'm entitled.
You
She
don't think
posted
you open
this.
yourself up to that though?
You do and you don't, but you should.
I posted a picture of me drinking a coffee and somebody called me a pussy.
Yeah, because you're a pussy.
Yeah, I think I posted something that's like, fuck you and your fucking face or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I've definitely seen some fucking gross messages that have been sent to female friends of mine.
I'm not denying there's
that,
gross ones.
that like maybe have some scandalous pictures on the internet, and then like dudes are like, we can say whatever the fuck we want, and it's like, well, no, you can't. Like, someone can wear a bikini or even do like a semi-nude shot, and it doesn't mean that they want to see your dick in your
exactly.
dick pic, you know.
Yeah.
But I guess I could see the point if you were like, tell me what you're thinking, and some dude's like, I want to
Yeah.
burn you.
Yeah,
And
when
it's
you
like-
have,
and
when
it's-
you have
it's like
captions,
it's a provocative photo with a question, and then that's probably going to be more of that sort of account that's going to be like, oh, come to my porn site.
and it's not.
You know,
It's not by end by
that's
any
not a
means.
real person, my friend. That is.
That is a robot.
There's tons of bots that try and follow you on Instagram all the time.
Yeah.
It's just like random girls, and they're not even the same pictures, just random shit.
It's attention seeking.
And a lot
That's
of
all
the
it is.
a lot of the time too, it said like Snapchat, prime example. It's like they show you some shit, swipe up. You swipe up, now you got to pay for shit.
Yeah.
No, we want to
So-
see free shit.
So all they need to do is look a certain way on a photo, and they can make $1,000. I think they're gonna do it if they're lazy
Why
and
not?
they're stupid.
It's easy for women. It's the same
Yeah.
thing with men.
Yeah.
But it
You're-
comes with the territory. It's
Yeah,
got to.
but if you're ripped as shit and you're showing off whatever, you're better making money too.
I don't
doing
think that's the
thing.
same as women.
No, not
as
completely.
predominant,
But I'm just
like,
saying.
I think if you can make $1,000 off a nice picture of your ass, I still don't think that $1,000 means that people can.
Oh
tear
no,
it
I'm not
apart.
saying that it validates it whatsoever. I'm talking about when you're not only just
You're gonna
posting
get
a
it, though.
picture, that you're trying
You're
to
gonna
get
get
that
those,
interaction.
like,
Yeah.
You're gonna get it. You're gonna
Oh,
get
yeah.
some guy who lives in his basement of his mom's house, and he has a credit card, and he has an okay job, and he's gonna spend the money on that photo, and he's gonna be like, and you're gonna get like, she's gonna try and say like, hey, so I like my followers and stuff. I want them to send me photos. This guy's like, I want to date this chick. She's sending me photos of her ass. I'm gonna say some weird shit because you're like a weirdo. That's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's not chivalry.
It kind of
it's
go
dead.
hand
but
in
it
hand
happens-
like porn and
But it
fucking
happens everywhere,
carpal
man.
tunnel.
You got Snapchat. You got what's that Twitch thing? The people that have the most followers are the ones that are half naked or showing their tits or whatever.
Yeah, because
They're
we
the
like
ones with-
looking at naked women. It's awesome.
And they get a ton of money off of
They're
it.
making tons of money
It's
just
a
streaming.
business
They're
transaction.
literally playing video games, and the guys are sitting there typing shit because they're staring at their tits.
They don't give a fuck
They
what
don't-
they're
I
playing.
just saw a bunch of them that were bitching about it, and it was just like,
But
man, when you
but it's,
put that
you
up
still
there,
you still. Why do you have
I'm
to
not
say
saying
it,
it validates what
Man,
these guys are saying whatsoever.
I
but-
know some ladies that I work with, like I'm not gonna say names, but like they tell you stories about guys that they date, and like you hear these crazy stories. Like there's one of them said to me, so I was dating this guy, and he's just like, so I'm into some interesting things, and I want to know if you're okay with it. And she's like, yeah, well, tell me all about it. He's like, well, I kind of like, if we would go on a date on a farm. She goes, okay, yeah, I like farms. I grew up on a farm. Like that's fine. I worked on one. Okay, so what do you think about animals? He goes, she's like, I love animals. Animals are great. Like, it's a cool thing. He's like, what would you think about if you got naked around animals? She's like, well, like, just you and me get naked around animals? Like, yeah. She goes, okay, well, that's interesting. Okay, what do you think about you if you were jacking off a horse and I was jacking off watching you? She's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, there's some guys out there that are into some, like, weird
that escalated quickly.
really quickly. Like, it went from, like, let's talk about what you're interested in, the openness, about, like, yeah, let's...
I'm not
like,
keen on
what?
that. That's what I'm saying.
It's like, who comes up with this stuff?
A lot
Like,
of people just have fetishes, though.
yeah, but
Yeah.
man, that's weird.
It's
that's
weird to us, but
shit.
it's not weird to them.
Leave animals
Yeah,
alone!
that's that fucking
Here we
hang
go.
on hooks.
Yeah.
I bet you
Leave
tried to fuck
Seabiscuit
them on
alone.
here.
It's not jacking off, hanging up a hook.
You
With
probably
any-
have.
With anything sex-wise, there's got to be a level of consent. And
Or fucking horse.
Nay means nay.
No. Yeah, you know how hard it is to jog off a horse? Their wings
Nope.
are like this fucking
Whoa,
thing.
whoa, whoa! Speaking from experience over here,
Have you never seen a horse
That's
cock?
fucked
You ever been to a
up.
farm?
I've never googled
You
it.
ever
Anyway.
watched Freddy Got Fingered?
Anyway,
Yes.
it's just like, there's some weird people out there.
Daddy, I'm falling!
There's some weird shit, man. It's fucked up.
Thanks for that image, Dan.
So, I think we should probably wrap up.
No!
No, you don't wrap
That was a
up.
quick one.
That wasn't a quick one.
It seems quicker than the
It's
last
like,
ones.
we've been hanging out for a while. What time is it now?
11:47.
We're looking at. Who cares what time it is?
All right.
11:47.
Alright, I'm just saying.
11:47.
We can turn it off. I'm just kidding, but
It's been fun. We have more fun times like this.
We got Christmas coming up. I think Christmas should be a fun one.
Yeah, we should talk about Christmas stuff. And we got, we have a
Santa.
bunch of people coming out. We have, like, some really interesting stuff going on.
Yeah, we had some meetings and
Yeah, I've had a couple.
Meetings?
Yeah, I've had
Yeah.
some meetings.
yeah,
I'm
we've actually made some
organizing-
phone calls. And
So
we got
talking to some people about
Yeah.
coming out and talking about some really cool, interesting jobs that they do and interests and stuff. So we got some good podcasts coming. So whoever's been listening this far and after we talked about horse cocks, thank you for listening. But this is the third one, so it was pretty cool. Thanks,
Yeah,
guys,
boys.
for coming out.
Thanks.
It's been
Been
rad.
Dan,
We kind of like
pleasure as always.
Always.
I was happy that the hook stayed away on this one.
Yeah.
We had some so the one guy was listening to it. He was like, "Where did you find this guy? Like, how is that like a thing?" He was so interested about it, but he was like, as soon as he started talking about how it was like ripping his chest, I was like, "Oh my god!" Like, but it's pretty cool.
I will say that maybe I made it sound like things tear more than often. It like as I was saying, I've suspended more times than I can count, but only ever torn twice.
When are you going to be in Vegas?
May.
May?
Yeah.
That'll be
You're
fun.
doing your talk on what was
Yeah.
it again? The pre having a conversation with the person.
Yeah, it's just human relations for body piercers.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
And
rad.
for people listening, how do they get a hold of you to get at Thrive? Can they message you on Instagram or Facebook?
Dan
or do they...
_Flair_ on Instagram is going to be the easiest way to get in
I
contact
said
with me.
wood.
Yeah, it says fucking
or
wood. I got the worst
just-
handwriting ever. Fuck you.
just email the shop. And
Nice,
you can
man.
get in contact
Ideas.
It says wood.
Fuck.
You
off.
should see his fucking handwriting. It's like a.
I had one teacher in school say like, your handwriting looks like hieroglyphics. Like
The writing is worse. I thought I was bad.
It's like, why do you have the high five symbol?
anyway,
It's not-
we
it's a
interrupt
six.
Dan again talking about
Oh,
the
man.
That's alright.
No, I just wanted.
Dan's stoned. He doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, he's
He
feeling
doesn't
good.
care. He's happy as fuck. Look at him.
Anyway, thanks guys for listening. This is
Cheers.
the wrap up, and we'll see you guys in a little bit, maybe in a week.
Peace.
See ya.
Woo!